I'm not doing this because I want to take long showers with you assholes.
Ain't you them kids that have been quacking off in my tool shed?
By a bunch of fargan ice holes like yourselves.
Yeah, well, listen, you ought to ditch the geeks in the car with now and get in with us, but that's all right. We'll worry about that later.
Oh my God, there's 100 morons in my basement.
It's you, Larry.
Lollygaggers. Diamond dogs have struck again.
You're afraid.
No, they could be a lot worse.
Why did you kiss my ear? Why are you holding my hand? Where's your other hand? Between two pillows. Those aren't pillows.
4 of us wolves running around the desert together in Las Vegas, looking for strippers and cocaine.
1, 2, 3, Benchwarmers!
Live from Scott's parents' basement, this is the Basement Benchwarmers Podcast.
The Basement Benchwarmers Podcast, our 100th episode. Oh, now we're older than Betty White.
But not older than Willie.
We are back. Eric, Ed.
Oh, wow. He said he was nervous.
It's only been 100 episodes. Willie and Glenn is here with us tonight.
Hey, guys.
Hey, Glenn, how are you?
Good.
Nice
After
to
that
see you.
intro, I was expecting you to have a satchel.
No, no, not tonight. So to start the show tonight, something different. I put together a little bit of a clip package from our first 100 shows. Not very long, nothing fancy, different from the other ones. So we'll start off.
Well,
with...
if anybody's seen this show, when you usually say package, it's completely different than what you're showing here.
So here we go. Let's start off with that to start the show tonight.
Live from Scott's parents' basement, it's the Basement Benchwarmers Podcast Show. Downer at
I know, I killed you guys. But we will see you next week. Next week, right?
Yeah. See if we can make time for this.
Nice. And Ed, what's yours?
I'm drinking local tap water. It's wonderful. It's tasteless and it's free. You can see right through it. Look at this.
What, do you live in a town where Footloose is filmed?
Look
It's
for
secret,
it,
pretty
yeah.
quiet, so I don't know what exactly happened.
Heart attack. I thought something said heart attack that he died.
Don't
from.
be reporting fake news.
Yeah.
I saw it somewhere.
Come on.
Take it easy, Tapper.
What's your source?
Yeah. Facebook Live.
Little man Logan's birthday on Friday, and it's Saturday. He won the
So you named it?
Little man Logan.
Oh, I thought we were talking about something else.
So this show has made me realize I have no social life because you guys always have something interesting that you did over the week, and I have nothing.
No.
You thought what I did was interesting?
Awkward.
And I'll see you guys later. Yeah, it's been
Well, it wasn't little man Glenn's birthday this weekend?
no, that was last weekend.
Every weekend's Little Man Glenn's weekend.
We celebrate alone, though. Did a little bit of Creaster. You guys don't know what that is?
Jesus.
Is that like Coob?
No, it actually is. Go ahead, explain it.
It's celebrating Christmas and Easter right in between.
Oh,
Gotcha.
So a baby's born, he's dead by the end of the weekend.
That's right. Well, I tell you what, we got to talk about dartball again. Oh, thank goodness. Hey,
Good. I could sleep tonight. Then.
Yeah,
No.
you can sleep right now. So we will. 50 days for the year. So he could do
the
it.
next host is going to be Anderson Cooper's coming up, which I can't wait. And then who's after that? I heard
the kid.
Shannon Sharp.
Shannon? No. No.
Shaq.
Kevin Durant.
Oh, I'd love to see.
Barkley.
I'd love to see Barkley do it.
Answer question. After you answer it wrong.
Terrible.
How,
terrible.
Wait, real quick. John Gruden's the host of Jeopardy. What was your
Christopher Lloyd.
Wait, Christopher Lloyd is the contestant. So what's the question? So you got to ask him what category. Football for 200.
This is Jeopardy.
I'll tell you, I take football for 250. All right, you guys. Who was the last left-handed quarterback to be in the Hall of Fame? My left hand. I think it's.
Notice that all innocent people have nicknames. Have you guys seen this? Everything I see, everybody's got a nickname. So I came up with nicknames for all of us. Well, I was, I had nothing better to do.
Sitting on the toilet?
Yeah, I was sitting on the toilet, actually. Eric, I came up with Little Go Say. See?
There you go. Oh, yeah.
Beer nickname?
Yeah.
Plus, it's got some, ethnic stuff in there.
Little.
Willie? Little Coob?
Coob.
Coob. That's what
she said.
Glenn's not here, but I came up with Little Sausage for him.
That's what she said.
Can't wait for my name.
Scott's the Little General.
Oh, there you go.
And I'm Little Funny.
Little funny.
You are a little funny.
No good. Tucker with the rebound. The Suns are not going to foul. It's been a 50-year journey. Wisconsin, we've got a room at the top of the world tonight. The Milwaukee Bucks are NBA champions.
This whole last week, it's been Flu-rona this, Flu-rona that. Have you guys seen all that?
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not scared. I'm hoping I don't get the flurpies.
Lots of curling, guys. Lots of curling. Hurry! Hard! Wow, it sounds like,
you know what the funny
sounds like
thing?
a good night.
Lucky Shauna.
Sounds like Valentine's Day. And the funny thing is, I was watching the USA versus China, and the Chinese team, they don't use their word for hard, but they yell hard.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Howd.
You know why Willie does it doggy style, right? So he can still watch curling. There was an old hockey joke or something like that.
Not the last one that messed up Shauna's backseat. Anyway. That's it.
That's great. That's awesome. Great show, guys. I'll see you. Have a good night.
Have a good night, everybody. Take care. So that's our first look at our first 100 shows. Pretty interesting.
Jeez, that was the best we could do.
Let's see. Looks like its audio is bad on Facebook Live. I don't know why.
Oh, shit.
Is it really loud? We'll find out. I don't know. And anyway, so let me do this. That can maybe help it. I don't know. We'll find out. Anyway, so 100th show. It's great that everybody's here. That's awesome. So let's start how we always do every show, how everybody's week was. Let's start with Ed.
Well, I'm all excited because Wisconsin's 6-month-long hunting season just wrapped up this weekend. Did you guys know that? Small game hunting ended. So actually today. So I'd like to thank all the guns that didn't resort to senseless gun violence, unlike the guns from certain cities in the state, which will remain nameless. But, you and your owners should be commended for not being impulsive and violently shooting innocent hunters. Please join us again next year for another safe hunting season.
Okay.
Is that a PSA?
Yeah, I mean, I love hunting. So we never talk about it as a sport. It's a sport for us, not the animals, but,
What's a sport for them? That's the hide and seek.
That's like the 4x400.
That's the ultimate hide and seek, right?
They train all year for it, don't they?
Their entire lives.
And then we chase them.
Wow. I'm doing pretty good. I'm feeling better. I did the that Pancho Cinco cleanse. You guys hear about that? I did that. It was 5 days. Tacos, burritos, salsa. Not avocados because way too expensive now. Margaritas, Masagave, beer. I'm feeling pretty good. I mean, it was kind of like prepping for a colonoscopy, but I'm feeling pretty cleansed, and I'm ready to roll now.
Yeah, it looked pretty good down there earlier.
I'll take a look.
Did it echo?
I heard it was squeaky. It was like squeaky cheese down there.
Glenn?
Oh, me.
Yeah.
Pretty good weekend. Did a little home remodeling. Had a deep tissue massage this morning. My back is killing me from that, but I'm sure it'll feel better tomorrow.
Wow.
At the steam baths?
No, at the chiropractor. They have a therapist.
I was going to say,
steam baths.
Nice.
Yeah.
You went at the steam bath. It's really deep tissue.
It wasn't a happy ending.
That's what I was going to say. Where's the happy ending on that one?
Ooh.
Speaking of happy endings.
Who are you talking about?
How was your week, Willie?
Pretty good. Ended the week with a little golf down at Oak Brook.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Putt shack.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Indoor golf.
Indoor, yeah.
Oh,
it was
okay.
a little 9 or what? Yeah. How many holes was there?
18, 9 and 9. There was 36 total.
36 holes, yeah. And pretty cool. Your ball had like a chip in it, so it knew who exactly when you dropped it on the
to putt. Europe. So drank some PBRs and played some putt. Awesome. Good time.
Nice.
Thanks, Kaylee. Thanks, Kevin.
We should do an outing there sometime.
We should.
Yeah, it was fun.
Thanks for inviting us all.
It was a good time.
My invite always gets lost somewhere. Must be snail mail.
Kevin invited us.
Yeah.
Oh.
It was sent to Little
thanks,
Man,
Kevin.
Yeah.
It was sent to Little Man Logan. You didn't
Little
get it.
Well, thanks, little man Kevin.
He's got a P.O. box.
Oh.
A B.O. box.
Yeah.
Scott, how was your week?
You.
Fine. I went to this place called Putt Shack. Wait. Echo? Well, you're there.
Did I talk about that yet?
No. Besides that, everything else was pretty fun. I don't know. A good week.
Yeah, I found this in your driveway on the way up.
What is it? Basement with somewhere in Wisconsin. It's from Jay Cutler.
Oh, friend of the show, probably.
Yeah.
Congratulate us on our
What
100th
did Jay
anniversary.
write us? If I may, I'd like to say, yay, congratulations on 100 shows, you hacks. Just go to show that anyone can do a podcast. Top listener, Smoking Jay.
Thanks, Jay.
Thanks, Jay.
Awesome.
So Jay Cutler gave us a card.
Yeah.
Could have sent us that meat he's doing now.
Well, Aaron Rodgers wanted to send us something, but he's in the middle of one of those
Cleanses.
decleanses
leeching.
Not the Pancho Cinco one.
No, Pancho Cinco sounds way more fun.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It was great.
Yeah.
Good
It's
times.
called crying over spilt milk.
Yeah.
I listened to heavy metal during the whole thing, too. It was great. And mariachi bands.
Heavy mariachi.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, new genre.
We have congratulations on 100 episodes from Cam Crable. Rocky Ramirez, congratulations on 100 shows. Ryan Stitch said I didn't touch my glove. Jarek Valley says 100 episodes, wishing you all 100 more. Can't wait to listen tomorrow. Congratulations on 100. Well done and not such a bad show. So that's what the comments so far.
I like how Jared said he's going to listen to this at work. I mean, so somebody's paying him to listen to this shit.
So tonight's topics, we got our poll question. Our poll question is, in 5 years, who do you think will be the top three or top athletes in baseball, football, and
golf,
and basketball,
Spit it
NBA, MLB, and NFL.
The real sports.
Also, our snake trap is going to be characters who ruin TV shows. And we will talk about a bunch of other. We have the good, bad, and the ugly. We start with that every week. So we're going to start. And we have a top 10 tonight also. And we have a bunch of other stuff here. I'm sure we have some stuff to share. We have a couple guests coming on, hopefully, to get that set up tonight in a few minutes. But we'll start.
Is it Morgan Freeman this week?
No, these are real people this week. These are salty. These are salty Earth people. These aren't these actors. These are people.
I love it.
These are real people.
These are real people.
These are real people. So let's start off with good man. Let's start out with the ugly, and we'll start with Willie.
I'm going to go with the MLB lockout. I mean, we keep bringing this up, but I think it's pretty obvious right now. The owners don't want to make a deal in this whole deal. They're out to. I think they're out to break the union. Whatever they can do.
Okay.
Glenn, you got anything?
Nothing. I concur.
Eric.
My ugly is that famous left-handed golfer that we've all known to grow and love. It's obviously you say what you want, but sometimes those quiet things or loud things in your head, you should just keep them in your head and not spill them out and not say them. So obviously he's losing some sponsors, and corporate sponsors are tough because they're going to be way more sensitive than even Nike, which we know their situation, but it's just a bad situation the whole way around, whatever, on Phil and just in general in the golf world.
Yeah, I couldn't believe.
Ugly.
I mean, I was reading, some of the stuff he said because I a little bit about it, but I kind of delved deeper into it.
Yeah,
was he high or
he could have been? I think
what
he
the hell was going on? He should claim something was wrong with him.
Yeah, we didn't hear the audio of it.
Yeah,
we don't have the audio of it anywhere.
I heard he talked about that Saudi Arabian guy that got chopped up, that journalist, and then they took him out in bags. But.
To quote him, he says, "They're scary bleeps to get involved with."
Scary motherfuckers is what he said. Yeah.
We know they killed
Khashoggi
and have a horrible record on human rights. They execute people over there for being gay. Knowing all this, Why would I even consider? Because it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to reshape how the,
Idiot.
the PGA Tour operates. You're worried about going into business with guys like that because he's made, how much money has he made?
Oh, I mean, tons. But he also, we know he has a little bit of a gambling addiction. And
oh, yes.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
There's a guy in prison because of him, basically, that from a few years back, a guy that owned some golf courses and casinos that he was in over his head for millions. And he had no problem selling the guy out when he got in trouble. So
Didn't he make a big bet on the Ravens one year and
he won big time, like a 16-1. Yeah.
That journalist he was talking about, though, Trump put up with shit for like 3 or 4 years about that from the media, about why he didn't do anything about that guy getting chopped up and put in bags and carried out. You guys don't remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it was like
yeah.
nonstop. He had a deal with that, and now these guys say the same thing, and they're like, "What are you talking about?" It's like we just talked about it for 4 years.
Phil's just got to keep his mouth shut.
Yeah,
he has Workday as a sponsor. They can't. They
Right,
can't
well-
put up with it. I mean, Callaway didn't drop them. They said they're on pause.
Pause, right? Yeah.
So, but what happens? You ever have a girlfriend tell you, "Let's just put things on pause for
Take
now"?
a break.
Yeah. Does it ever come back? Nope.
We were on a break.
So,
Yes.
are you saying Callaway's banging a bunch of other dudes?
Oh my God.
No.
I think so. Colin Morikawa.
Wasn't Phil the same one that was made the moronic comment that Annika Sorenstam was going to finish top 20 in the men's a few years back?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure it was Phil. And she
It could have been.
obviously did not.
No, she didn't. She didn't do well.
So he sounds like an idiot, kind of.
Yeah. He's had his ups and downs.
Yeah.
Who's your ugly?
I'm going to go with the genocide games over there in China. We're starting to hear the stories coming back. And like Vincent Zhu came back, and he said he didn't they blocked him out of the closing ceremonies. He didn't get to perform one of his events from testing. Nobody's getting their medals. There's broken pipes. You're starting to hear these stories all leak out now.
Did anybody watch the Olympics?
Yeah, but you couldn't say a lot of it there, Did you? No, are you? Yeah, I didn't really watch much.
I didn't watch a minute of it.
I kept catching figure skating.
Yeah, I kept turning it on and I would get figure skating
every time
too. I'm like, eh.
I work out like once a week. Every time I'd go to work out, the only thing on was figure skating.
You're looking so buff.
Oh my God, I was acting like I was chasing them around the ice.
Just ask the bar to change the channel.
Workout. The 12-ounce curl?
The gym. There's bars named the gym.
Yeah, Marquette.
Oh.
Yeah. Marquette's got a famous
That's like the
gym bar.
library too.
Yep.
Scott Ugly.
I'm going with baseball. Same as Willie. I agree with that. Baseball's just weird. What was that noise? Did you hear that noise just now?
Yeah, something beeped in my
Something's
ear.
on fire.
Was it just me? Oh, our guest is here. That's why our guest is here. So we got through the bad.
Look at him.
Let's have our guest join us right now.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can get this right.
That was ugly.
Hey, Michael, how are you?
Good. How you guys doing? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you great. Yep.
Hey, Michael.
So how's it going?
It's good. I can't complain. Just living life in South Carolina. How about you guys?
Just living life here in Wisconsin.
Yeah.
How's the weather?
It was about 70 degrees this past weekend, so not too bad.
We got 40 today. We were happy. We got 40.
It was almost 50, actually, at one point. Cool.
So, Michael, we haven't talked to you in a while. First take, obviously, we talked to you a lot about football in the past, so let's start with that. We haven't talked to you in a little bit. How did you like? How'd you like the Super Bowl? How it ended? How it went? What'd you think of it? I know it was.
Yeah,
it wasn't the Packers. I understand. I know that was a big thing around here, but Rams, and it was a good game. But what'd you think about the whole game and how it ended up and how the Bengals got there and all that?
Yeah, I thought kind of on the back of Joe Burrow and that coaching staff, it was pretty impressive on the behalf of the Bengals. But I thought the game it was pretty amazing, but the last 2 minutes really slowed down for me in terms of it became like the ref show. I think that all game they were allowing the wide receivers and the cornerbacks and the DBs to battle, and that last 2 minutes, I think there was like 3 major penalties when the Bengals were on defense on the last 2 drives, I believe, that kind of really screwed them over in the long run. And I just wish there was some more consistency officiating. Like I don't think that in the last 2 minutes of any game, whether it's MLB, NFL, or NBA, that the officiating should get tighter. I think that if anything, the officiating should get even more loose at those during those frames in the game. So that was a little bit of a letdown because I think, that last drive, that middle linebacker for the Bengals, he was playing a heck of a game. And he got screwed over on that pass right over the middle where I don't believe that was holding. And I think that kind of changed the trajectory of the game. But overall, I thought it was a great Super Bowl.
Okay. I have another question for you. We've talked about this. We debated this a couple weeks ago, or not debated. We just talked about it. Matt Stafford, what does that do with his legacy and Hall of Fame type possibilities for him?
Yeah, I think that there's two sides of it. People who think that he had a great career, but that the benchmark for Hall of Fame is so high that you don't want to let anyone in it. But then again, there's people who believe that once you win that Super Bowl and you had a great career, that you should automatically be left or kind of get brought into that discussion. I think he's in the discussion, but I think that just because you have great stats your whole career, and then when you move to a really talented team and you're not really the best player on that team, I don't know if that cements you as a Hall of Fame quarterback. He had probably one of the best receivers, if not the most talented wide receivers that the NFL ever saw for, 9 years that Calvin Johnson was in Detroit. And also while Stafford was in the NFC North, I know the Bears and the Packers had some really good defenses, but for the most part, there wasn't any standout defenses for the majority of his career that he played, 8 games every year. 6 games every year. 8 games, sorry. 8 games every year against the NFC North. So, his stats aren't crazy to me that he put those numbers up, but I think he at least gets to be in the discussion. I don't think he's cemented as a Hall of Famer, though.
Okay. Anything? Yeah, go ahead.
No, I mean, I think you're right. The reason I would hesitate to answer that question is how old is Matt Stafford? I mean, I think
32 or 33.
Yeah, I mean, why are we talking about it? Yeah, let's talk about it in 4 years. Let's see what he does over the next few years, and if he's still with the Rams and they can continue to compete. I mean, am I right, Mike? I mean, that's the way I look at it. It's too early
exactly.
To talk about.
I think that him winning the first Super Bowl allows him to be in the discussion, because I think it's different. And I'll bring up, because I'm a homer and I love the Packers and Aaron Rodgers, but I think that Aaron Rodgers has one Super Bowl, but I think that there's no argument just because he only has one Super Bowl that he's not in the Hall of Fame discussion or that he's not a Hall of Famer. Because, year in and year out, he was the best or one of the best at his position. I think that goes to say for any quarterback that was in the top 3 of their position every single year in and year out. Whereas Matt Stafford, I don't believe that he was that for a majority of his career. I mean, even this year, he had great numbers, but I don't even think he was in top 5 statistics at his position.
Okay. Any other ones before I get to some other things here?
I'm waiting for Willie to start yelling at him.
Well, Willie's a Lion fan, so he's a Stafford guy. So
very happy with that. What happened? So,
well, you're not going to get all Dan Orlovsky on us, are you?
He's in the discussion, though. I think that if he continues to ball out in the next 2 or 3 years, even if he doesn't win another Super Bowl, if he continues to have the durability and play at a high level, then it just becomes an easier answer for him to be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, he's got to continue to make the playoffs and put up good numbers, and I think he's there probably. But
okay,
you're right.
So what? We'll stay in Wisconsin. Move to Wisconsin. How about what do you think of the Bucks right now? What's going on with them?
They're playing well. I think what are they, the 6th seed?
Fifth,
or they're
fifth as of today. Yeah, 5th. Yeah.
Yeah.
But two games out or something. Yeah.
Right now.
Yeah, they don't televise them down here too much, so I don't get to watch them play all that often. But Giannis is having a career year again. I think that I would say he's the best overall basketball player in the world right now from a defensive and offensive standpoint. And the way he can just will his team. I mean, we saw it last year for them to win the championship, and I think that trade to get Serge Ibaka was big. Middleton's a good player. So I think they have all the tools, and I think that as the season goes on, they're just going to get better and better. And, good defensive teams and teams that have people that know how to play defense in the NBA, it always goes to show in the playoffs and for the championship that those are the best teams that always kind of show out and win it. So I think that we have a lot to look forward to. I think your Bulls are scary.
Oh, I'm a Bucks fan actually. I'm not a Bulls fan.
Okay.
I was a big Jordan fan. That's about it. But I'm a Giannis fan. I like the Bucks. I just don't like Middleton.
Yeah. So it was Scott.
I'm going to guess he didn't
Mike.
listen to the show last week.
Yeah. Michael, we have this debate all the time, and I think we finally settled it maybe last week, but Scott absolutely hates Middleton, thinks he's garbage.
No, hate's a strong word.
And I made the statement that he's a top 30 player. Okay, and I went through the whole process of ranking players, and I looked at other rankings, and a lot of the big SI, ESPN, they had him as a top 30 player. I ended up ranking him around 37th or something, and Scott actually went through the exercise too and had him 45th, 46th, something like
somewhere
that.
in that.
What do you think? I mean, off the top of your head, when you look around the NBA, is he a top 30, top 35 player? Is he even better than that?
Oh, I think definitely. I think easily top 35 because he gets it done on the defensive side, but also he's one of the silent assassins in terms of shooting. And he sometimes it gets bogged down in his hand, but he's one of those players that I think that the way you gotta look at value, especially in the NBA, is like what you could get for him on the market. And I think with Chris Middleton, if you put him on any other team that doesn't have a max superstar, he's probably a superstar on that team.
Michael, let me ask you again. What'd you go to college for? What sport did you play?
It was college football.
But you played basketball in high school, right? You're a basketball player?
Yeah, I played basketball.
Yeah, I don't know. You're
no,
right.
He
you're
sounds
right.
like he knows what he's talking.
I think you're right. When you say top 35,
I understand what you're saying, but we see him play all the time, and he's just I don't know. There's so many other guys in the NBA that could take a spot in a second. You wouldn't miss them. I understand what you're saying with value. I get that. I understand that totally.
I think I'm in the middle of the both of you though, because I don't think he'd be a superstar on some other team.
But that's the thing. I look at it. He's not even the second best player on the Bucks. I think Drew Holiday is personally.
But the Bucks are the world champs.
But I'm just saying because Drew Holiday is.
And I agree with you on that.
Michael, do you agree with you? Would you put Middleton ahead of Drew Holiday?
Well, I think that I'm more so going off of last year and what I remember from last year because I can't watch them as much. So I watched them all the playoffs.
And he did have big games in the playoffs. Yeah. There was one or two when Giannis went down. So that was huge. I understand. Yeah. That's true. That's true.
Eric actually brought that up. How good his playoff numbers were.
Yeah.
And Scott agrees with you, but he doesn't agree with me.
Well, no, he had a good. But once again, the other night we were at a game against a game that these are becoming must-win games because they're the 5 seed right now.
Yeah.
You're 2 games out. We keep saying that, but those 2 games you keep losing to the 76ers with just Embiid, and you lost yesterday to the Nets with just Kyrie Irving. So that's the problem I'm having.
Yeah, but you know what? He had good numbers the other night. Everybody did. Even Portis was awesome.
But
they don't defend.
That's the thing.
They didn't defend the perimeter, and that's been the same thing the last 3 or 4 years.
The COVID defense.
Get out there. Yeah. Jeez.
So before I let you go, Michael, what was it? Was there one more thing we were going to talk about? Well, I was going to give you 3 topics real quick. I'll give you those 3 I sent you. Okay. And word association type stuff, but you can give a 30-second to a minute response to it. I'll give you three things. First is going to be Aaron Rodgers.
Legend.
You can speak his full sentences.
Okay.
That's all he needs to say.
Okay. Just go ahead. Just give a roundabout what you think was going on with him and all that. Yep. Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I think that he was probably grossly unappreciated by the organization for a long time, and it kind of shed light last year. That it took a while for the organization to realize that that's not how you treat a superstar, especially someone who's, just been the preeminent, franchise player, not only in your organization, but in your whole state and your whole region. So I think that he has ground to stand on for being upset with the Packers. And I'm not one of these people to say everything the Packers do is great, because I think that they have a lot to fix within the organization. But at the same time, the prima donna type stuff, not saying he is one, but it gets old because it looks like that. And I wish that from a fan standpoint and from a team owner standpoint, which I just bought some stock, that we'd have a decision fairly soon on it.
Yeah.
And I think that's coming. I think that he ends up staying in Green Bay in my heart.
I think we might be getting something tomorrow on him, maybe.
Yeah, possibly.
McAfee show.
Yeah. I was going to ask you about Middleton. We just talked about him. So the other subject, how about what's going on with the Major League Baseball right now?
Yeah, to be honest, I have this discussion with my friends all the time. Baseball, in general, for me, has gotten to become such like the good old boys club, and and even a lot of my friends who are big baseball fans, like Manny Santana and whatnot, who would ride or die for baseball. Even he's in the same boat where he thinks that there needs to be a lot of changes from the league level. And it's kind of unwatchable, or just like the antics that go on in the game. It's like the no fun game anymore. Like you can't get excited about hitting a home run. Pitchers get mad, batters get mad for like the smallest little things. So I think that it's kind of like the unspoken rules of the game kind of ruin it sometimes.
Yeah, I agree. It's pretty true. I mean, it's
and I think from the lockout standpoint, I don't know everything that's going on. I wish that I wish lockouts weren't a thing. I wish that they would see, whenever like these players unions or when these contracts come up, they could almost like start having it like fielded out within like 2-year standpoint. Like they should be fine. They should try to be hashing it out for years in advance rather than letting it, get to a point where the contract's null and then you can possibly get into a lockout situation.
Well, I agree with you there. You think even if it's not the 2 years, but even if it was like the week after the World Series ended, they knew this was coming. Let's start having meetings now and start figuring this out now. I mean, that gives you 3-4 months, then 5 months. Now they're doing it 3 weeks before. No, this always happens. They're not going to get it fixed in 2 weeks. There's no way. They're not going to. Yeah. They're not going to. It's not that simple, especially like you said, baseball's too dug in its ways sometimes with things. So, okay, well, Michael. I'm sorry, Willie.
I got a question for you, Mike. So, what food and/or restaurant do you miss most in Kenosha?
Was it what food in a restaurant in Kenosha that I miss most?
Restaurant do you miss most?
Oh, let me see here.
You better say your mom's.
Other than your mom's.
That's a given. That's a given.
Yeah. To be honest, my favorite pizza place, I don't know if I'm going to get killed for this or not, but I love Germano's pizzas and wings.
Okay. Yeah.
Nope.
Not a bad
and then a nice boathouse tea.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
I like that. I like that.
Well, Michael, anything else, guys, for Michael? Well, Michael, thanks for joining us. Obviously, it was our 100th show tonight, so we've been around for a bunch of weeks. So thank you for joining us. I hope everything's going well with you guys down in South Carolina. And once again, thank you for joining us.
Thanks, Michael.
Awesome. I appreciate it, guys.
Thanks, Michael.
Take care, Michael.
Take it easy, Michael.
See ya.
In the words of Charlie Barons, I'll tell your mom you says hi.
Yeah. So Michael Roach, we talked before, played Indian Trail, played at Wolford in South Carolina.
Obviously some concussions there.
So yeah, Michael
loves Rogers and Middleton.
Try to lose your Wi-Fi on your phone, guys.
It's that bad right now.
Yeah,
huh?
something's going on. I don't know what's going on with our connection. But anyway, he froze up, but he was all okay. We're the ones in yellow now. This has happened, and I don't know.
Kevin said he sounded better once he came on.
Yeah, so maybe he helped us clear up. So I don't know. So yeah, that was. Thanks for joining us. Let's go to our. We are good, bad, and the ugly.
We're on bad now.
We're on bad. So Willie, bad. You can start with the bad.
My bad. I'm gonna go with the. There's a couple ways to go. I'm gonna go with the Los Angeles Lakers. So they found a new low on Sunday with 123-95 loss to the Pelicans. And they've been getting booed quite a bit.
How many did Zion score against them?
Crypto.com. I don't know, Ed. He's on your team. Let me know.
Jesus.
So right now, believe it or not, they are a robust 27-33.
With 9 superstars
and they're tumbling
on that
down
team.
You hear
backward
my laugh?
Quickly.
Because I love it.
Did we not call this before the season?
I think it's awesome.
Did I think I heard on the way here, isn't Russell Westbrook the highest paid player in the NBA?
Could be.
It's good spending, good use of
And
money, I guess.
LeBron James is thinking about making Space Jam 3 just to pay him out to get him out of there. I think that's what's happening right now.
Was that you laughing, or was that Jordan laughing at Peyton?
Yeah. Wait. Yeah, you know what? The good call. This would be what Jordan's doing right now.
You can cut this in later.
Yeah, I don't have to cut it out. That's what you hear right now.
No, we do live podcasts now.
Yeah. So that's Jordan right now.
My-
I'm looking at LeBron.
My bad is the.
I got a bad.
Oh, I'm sorry. What's your name again? Glenn?
George.
George. Thanks, Costanza.
The NFL not investigating the Cowboys after that scandal with the cheerleaders. Isn't that just
What?
because they're not black? Is that why they're not doing it?
The Cowboys?
I think anything with the
You-
Dallas
The
Cowgirls.
VP was snuck into the cheerleaders' locker room while they were dressing in 2015 and was videotaping.
No,
it.
that was the Redskins.
No, that's Dallas. It's Jerry
I
Jones.
thought it was Schneider.
No,
That's they're
no.
investigating him still.
Don't
for
you
that.
mean the Commanders?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, that was Jerry. That was the Redskins.
Yeah.
I told you. It's the Cowboys. The Redskins don't.
How many
exist.
Jello shots did you have?
Look, he's got them
7 now.
stacked.
Yeah, I've got a whole pile.
I'm up to 8.
But yeah,
You are a pile.
I need 2 more.
So Jones settled for $2.4 million, but the NFL is not going to do anything.
Really?
That's
Good,
lime.
good old boys club.
I
Yeah,
agree.
yeah.
Yeah, that's bad.
Back to, I'm
Jeez.
sorry.
Good call, Glenn.
Add on to what Willie said about, I have part of the LeBron James story the other night. So supposedly someone in the stands said to him, was going after him and said he needs to learn how to play defense better, and kept going. And then finally LeBron made a comment, tell me one thing you know about basketball besides the ball going in the hoop. And then he said, shut your ass up to the fan. Now, if I was a fan, I would have said, I agree with you. You stop talking about politics stuff you don't know about, and I'll quit talking about stuff I don't know about.
Oh, and I like that.
Touche.
I wish the fan would have said that.
That would have been awesome. And then the flip side of it, then also another player on the Lakers got into another fan, called him a bitch ass. That was on recording, and they're just falling apart. And Jeannie Buss got up and walked out of the game.
Yes,
in the
she did.
third
Yeah,
quarter.
I saw that.
So it's becoming a total mess in L.A. And
Did she leave because Hop was there?
And I said this like 2 weeks ago. They should have just traded all these guys. Should have got rid of them all.
Yeah.
Just got rid of them and rebuilt. They know.
Does
my
LeBron
God.
have an out clause in his? Can he leave
Well,
next year?
they probably can't trade him because they probably don't have. They can't, not allowed to unless they say okay. And who's going to want Westbrook at this point?
Yeah.
Davis, you probably get rid of.
Well, I just want to know if
he's hurt.
LeBron can just walk.
Well, LeBron, who knows? He's been
probably-
talking. He wants to play until his kid can play, and then he wants to play with him.
It's
for a year.
2024.
And he's
I think
only in
when
high
Bryant can play.
school.
Yeah, he's gonna.
And what's the guarantee he's going to play? I mean, are you kidding me? That's
LeBron will
just,
get
that's
him.
just
LeBron
dumb.
will get him drafted.
Well, here's the deal. He's
Yeah.
if you draft my kid, you get me.
Yeah, but do you want him?
Right. Right.
Well,
At
I
that
mean,
point.
he's
He'll
still
put
playing. He's
fans in
playing
the
well
stands.
now.
Yeah, I mean, but
I mean,
but they're still losing. It's not the team. These guys they made him go get. They're not winning with.
It's going to be in China. He's going to
They
be playing
forced
there.
him. I mean, Davis. I was fine, but the Westbrook thing. All of us agreed on that. That was a terrible move by them. It made no sense.
Well, you know what? And I think that Westbrook, and I said it, I think the week before, he could leave and probably still play pretty good for a few more years because he needs to have the ball in his hands. He's a greedy player.
Yeah.
He needs to have. He's like Harden. He needs to have the ball in his hands. And with LeBron bringing the ball, LeBron commands the ball and he runs the offense.
Mm-hmm.
Westbrook has to be that guy. That's why he's not a complimentary player.
Yeah.
You know, that's. I thought that was going to be
They're
a
saying
mistake
the
from the start.
Video's blurry and everything.
Yeah,
Jesus,
whatever.
what the hell?
Now the host is complaining.
No, that's me. I said Wi-Fi is lagging.
Is our but I
Oh,
mean
that
our
guy's a
recording.
dick.
It doesn't. Our
No,
recording.
we're
will be
recording.
fine.
Yeah, we're good.
That's
we're good.
my
Oh, that's
bad.
all that matters.
Yeah,
Heck with these people.
That's my bad.
Facebook, Hulu, whatever it is.
So you're bad, Eric. I'm sorry because I had to give.
My
the-
bad is the Facebook. No, I'm. My bad is the top 10 college basketball teams on Saturday. 7 of the top 10 lost, including I think the top 6, all lost, and they didn't just lose close ones. Gonzaga one lost by like 11, I think.
10 or 11. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and some of them, you know, you could kind of Baylor was one of the upsets. Well, Baylor was the national champion last year, but still, at this point in the season, this late in the year, when you're vying for, you know, spots in the brackets and seeding and stuff like that, you better damn win. I mean,
I like those losses though. They help.
They probably help a few of those teams
because Gonzaga is still going to be a number 1 seed. Didn't matter they lost, and but they're still going to get them refocused. Maybe like, okay, we just can't walk in a gym and beat anybody. I mean, that's
well. The thing that scares me is Purdue was one of those losses, and now the Badgers play Purdue on Wednesday, I think.
Yeah, they play them. Yeah,
and that will prevent. So well, whatever. We'll get to that at the good.
Bad.
Well, you know, I was going to say, as a Wisconsin fan, you know, we're used to these bad losses at the end of the season. You know, it usually knocks them out. Now, then they get like a 9 seed.
Nine. Right now they're projected as a 3 seed. I
Yeah,
think.
that's what I heard
keep
today.
seeing. So we'll see. They always seem to be like a 5 seed.
Yeah.
My bad.
No,
is...
my bad.
Oh, I
was just
that was your bad.
just
No.
piling
He
on.
was
his-
commenting.
No, mine's still. We talked about a bunch of times with baseball. The problem right now is free agency. Still, we have everybody out in free agency. Spring training hasn't even started. We might be weeks out yet.
Yeah.
Then they got to sign everybody yet.
Well, yeah.
What about arbitration?
We got. I think.
Oh my gosh.
They're gonna have to play and then get arbitrated during the season. I think.
Yeah, because you can't arbitrate without having any ground rules for pay and all that.
Yeah.
Right.
They don't know what's going to be.
So it could happen mid-season?
Yeah,
so
that's
what probably helps the clubs.
That's
that
what I
helps the
heard.
clubs.
This is a mess because, like I said, there's a lot of players that aren't on teams right now. I mean, probably 100. I don't know.
At least
it's got to be.
Yeah.
So
I would think at least, yeah.
So I mean, different look, like he said, than arbitration shit that people are thinking more on the nuts and bolts of this thing. But there's a lot other. It's affecting a lot of other things.
My bad is, and I talked about it before, is just the Bucks' couple last few games against better teams. Just they're not looking good. And the sad thing about the Bucks right now is that Portis is scoring, but Portis is becoming a liability on defense. He really is at times.
He always has been.
He's hurting them. I did say this today. We were talking at work, and I said one thing about it. I think what they can do to keep Portis on the court offensively, if they play the Nets, is I really think they should contemplate having him guard Ben Simmons.
Yeah.
Honestly, I mean, you don't have to guard him at the line. He can be out for jumpers. You got to guard. You can guard almost
because if he comes inside,
down.
there'll be help.
You can sag down for him.
Yeah.
So I mean, that might be the way to defend that. Put Drew Holiday on Tobias Harris or something like that, which is fine. But I'm kind of looking ahead. I mean,
well, a lot of things can happen too. Brooke could be back.
And Brooke is supposed to be back. He's practicing now. So what? But you're going to lose the offensive Portis, who was. He scored. I mean, he's been like
8 threes
in their last month. He's probably in there. He might be their top 3 scorers. I mean, on the team, he possibly could, or top 4.
He was second the other night.
Yeah, he's tight in the scoring for average. I'm sure. Besides Giannis, so I don't know. I just think they're just something about him right now. They're missing something. I just can't figure it out. Even last year when they were losing these games, you would watch it and go, okay, they'll right the ship. Or the years before, just something doesn't seem right. When I was at the game a few weeks ago, it just didn't seem right to me watching them when we were at the game.
Yeah,
it just didn't, something was off about him. They were just like
there was no elote.
Well, that Maxey. I mean, what 8 straight points? He just did the same thing 4 times. He sprinted a basket, did a layup. And we're like, he's doing the same thing.
Yeah,
so,
nobody's even coming close to stop him.
It was weird. Just stand in front of him, stop him. But whatever.
I could have D'd him up. I think.
You like the D?
No,
if I had a elote in one hand.
No, coming from the Bucks apologists right here, they've been very disappointing in the last. I thought coming out of the shoot after having 9 days or 7 days off or whatever it was, I thought they would have been playing a little bit better because I still think about the potential that they're just still exhausted from the playoff run. And he had 2 guys, Chris Middleton and Drew Holiday, that went overseas and played in the Olympics and on and on and on. There was barely any off season. And I just feel like, maybe they're exhausted. But now you just gave them 7 days off, and they come back, and it's still disappointing.
Yeah, we got our next guest. I'm going to set him up here.
Oh, my God.
They're coming in hot and heavy.
Okay. Let's see when he pops. And we'll start with the good, but we'll stop where we're at. Let's go with the good right now. Good. Oh, no. Do we get?
No, we didn't do
I
good.
was last bad. Yep.
Yeah.
So good.
You got your bad in?
Yep, start the good. Yep.
I'm going to go with DeMar DeRozan.
Oh, that's the only thing.
I just traded him, too.
Did you really?
Night. Yeah, I had to.
8 straight 35-point games.
He's incredible.
Awesome player. He's got to be in the talk for MVP right now, right?
Oh,
yeah, I think
should be the
Embiid.
MVP.
I think Embiid is the MVP.
Him and Embiid are at the top 2 right now.
Right.
And Giannis is kind of.
And I think it really has to how far he can take the Bulls into the playoffs.
That'll be the key.
Right?
That'll be the key. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean,
I like that.
An awesome play.
I'll be quick. My good is Badger basketball. They were projected to be finished 9th in the Big Ten, and they are looking at if they beat Purdue, they at least have a share of the Big Ten regular season title on Wednesday. So, I mean, I think Johnny Davis is obviously there's the good right there. Johnny Davis.
That's a kid from lacrosse, right?
He was
Mr. Basketball.
Mr. Basketball, and
he's
got a twin brother who stepped up the other night when Johnny went out on foul trouble. Guess who stepped up? His twin brother Jordan.
So what age are they?
They're sophomores.
So they're the twins that come in a couple years ago that they were all talking about.
Yeah.
Okay. I wasn't sure.
Yeah. But the problem is Johnny will go to he'll be a lottery pick next year, and he's a bench guy. I mean, he'll still be on the team, which is good because maybe he could end up being a decent player. But Johnny, that's my good. I mean, I just think that they're playing great. He's got the it factor. Johnny Davis. So, I mean, that could help.
Maybe Johnny can do a LeBron and say, hey, my brother comes with me wherever I go. Giannis did it too.
Yeah. Well.
All right. I was going with the same thing, Willie. I got DeRozan. His February, the whole month of February, we're on the last day of February right now.
Yep.
So it's pretty much over. 36 points a game, 6 rebounds, 5.5 assists, 58% from the field. Set to join Michael Jordan as the only players to average 35 points a game on 55% shooting in a month since the three-point era started in 1980. So it's about the best month ever in modern times.
Pretty impressive.
Oh, yeah.
Especially for a guy that, I mean, he's always been a great player in my mind, but been pushed around and neglected, and the whole traded for Kawhi Leonard and not good enough to be here or there. So I love it. I love the story. I hope he wins MVP.
Yeah.
How old is he?
32.
Is he that old even?
He's been around for a while.
Is he? I didn't think he was that old.
Because I thought when we did the Middleton comparison, DeRozan's actually played one more season.
Oh, okay.
So you're looking at 10, 11 seasons or so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's just finding his way in the NBA. Now he knows where the 3-point line is.
Yeah.
Glenn, you got a good?
FIFA banning Russia for 2022, as well as the IOC banning them.
I like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are we banning Russia? Are we banning vodka? Are we not drinking vodka? Tito's is American made.
No Stoli.
Yeah, Tito's is
No
okay.
Stolis, no Smirnoff.
Yep.
So you throwing away vodka because Russia attacked Ukraine, right?
Well, they're not buying it. I would just sell out what I had, but that's just
I'm
me.
going to go out.
We're going to
I
Tito's.
only drink Tito's anyway.
Yeah,
Texas.
Tito's is the best anyways.
Yeah.
But I want to make a point here. I went down to Chicago the other day, and they had this Vax thing. You couldn't go in a bar without the Vax, so I think we should protest them and not drink Malort anymore.
No. Oh, yeah, I'm fine with that. Wait, hold on.
He said no.
We're
Wait a minute,
protesting
100th episode, we're not drinking Malort?
Did you do a good?
I always do good.
Yeah, he did the Badgers.
So it's me?
Yeah.
My good is the gang's all here.
Hey, even Glenn, I haven't seen him in like 8 years.
So let's welcome
I waved at you the other day.
Let's
Oh, yeah, you did.
welcome our next guest. It's Hegs. Hegs, you there?
Yeah, are you here?
Yeah, we're here.
Whoa, Hegs is way louder than the rest of us. I love it.
What's up, man? How you doing?
I'm doing good. I first of all, I have to apologize. You're Scott's trying to run a program. He's celebrating the 100th, and then he's got a technological toddler like me on this end saying, "Dude, I can't get on. Dude, what's Zoom? I don't know what this means."
Yeah, but that's been the story of the night, Hags. I mean, we've been having Wi-Fi issues and Facebook Live issues all night, so it's only fitting.
But we can hear you great. We can hear you great.
Yeah, you
That's all
sound
matters.
great.
That's all matters.
Yeah, I was ready to call AT&T saying, "Man, I don't need you guys very often. Why is this basement bench warmers thing all crappy like this?" But then I was reading the text or the chat, and I'm like, "Oh, okay, it's not just me. I'm running around to different computers in my house. It's like, I don't need this kind of stress at 9 o'clock at night, fellas."
Hey, and I heard your wife was trying to wrap you in aluminum foil, too. What's up with that?
Exactly.
Better call Saul.
We got the granddaughter here. He's trying to tell her to be quiet and stuff. It's like, what the hell?
So anyway, let's talk a little bit about some sports. We haven't talked to you in a while. Let's start off with we just got done talking to Michael Roach. I think you remember who Michael Roach was, I believe, right? In the intro.
Oh yeah. I heard it. It was all good stuff. Yeah,
good, great guy. I'll kind of ask you the same thing. We asked him, what did you? We'll start with the Super Bowl. We haven't talked to you in a few weeks. So what did you think about how the NFL playoffs played out, and with the Rams winning at the end, with the Bengals run? What did you think about the whole NFL season in a whole?
It certainly was entertaining, and I think I said once or twice on my social media, it's like the world is just a better place with another Joe Cool. It's like Joe Montana, Joe Willie Namath, and now Joe Burrow. I mean, he's so uncool that he's cool trying to be cool.
That's so true.
So I enjoyed the hell out of that. And, the Rams thing, I heard you guys talk. I mean, props to that guy. And it's a rare thing in the NBA, NFL, if you think about it, because generally going to get that high price, heavy, expensive quarterback doesn't really pay off, generally speaking. Everybody wins on their quarterback's first or maybe their second contract. So it was a unique situation with a all the beautiful people out on the West Coast and that unbelievable building. So, if the stars lined up or if the owners lined up, I don't know, but it was pretty good either way.
Yeah, we also asked about what do you think about Matt Stafford in the Hall of Fame and his chances?
It's like you're kind of a victim of your geography at the end of the day, and it's like the Hall of Fame. You don't get to kind of lay this intrinsic value about what he would have been if he was somewhere else, and I think absolutely, a guy that deserves. Because we've all seen the videos where it's like Matt Stafford throws a touchdown with his shoulders hanging on the ground, and and it's like the dude proved he isn't just a victim of being on a garbage team that drove Barry Sanders and Calvin Johnson out of the NFL.
Yeah, that's
you nailed it.
And you know what? I say this and I forget Wilderness is sitting there as a Lions fan, so
right,
I do apologize, but it's like that's just brutally honest. It's like, I don't know. I don't know what to say about the Lions other than the fact that they're the Lions, but it's like for Stafford, hell yeah, good for him. It was good for football. It's like get big name guys with big name teams making big plays on the big stage. I think that's kind of what put asses in the seats and billion-dollar contracts. So I guess it works.
Yeah. The other question we were talking about, we brought up, we were discussing the Bucs a little bit. What do you feel about the Bucs right now? I think there's something missing, and I don't know what it is. But what do you feel about with them right now?
First of all, I completely agree wholeheartedly with you, Scott, that Chris Middleton is freaking money on a Tuesday night against the Sacramento Kings. But other than Game 5, Bucks and 6, other than Game 5, Chris Middleton missed balls as bad as anybody shooting in the NBA Finals in the history of the NBA Finals. And sometimes people want to just bypass that and say, well, look at his stats. And it's like, yeah, well, look at the size of his pookie hole when the fucking game's on the line. It's like, it's just, that's just, and is he, value? Yeah, of course. Somebody's still got to score the basketball, and nobody can shoot a mid-range jumper anymore. He's a matchup nightmare. He's at least halfway decent on defense. So I think your 35 ranking, whichever one of you gentlemen was, it's like, yeah, okay, that's I get that. It's about where it is, and I think Holiday is by far the second best player on that team. Holiday is simply a very good upgrade of Bledsoe, which is a guy that takes the ball to the hole, a guy that relentlessly defends, a guy that sometimes maybe should shoot a little more and sometimes should maybe shoot a little less, but that's the Bucs MO. You're going to the hole. It's not like they're going to run around and do a bunch of high lows in Milwaukee anytime soon.
Yeah.
Hegs, that's my MO too.
Eric, do you want him to repeat what he just said?
What's the next topic?
What else did we talk to Michael about before we went to the other thing? We did a little word association with them. And not like the typical one word, but I'll give you a name or something, and you tell me what you think about what's going on right now with that topic.
And don't hold anything back.
Hegs, don't hold anything back. I'm going to start with Aaron Rodgers.
Well, first of all, you guys got to realize that I've been away from this kind of fun for a little while, and I love watching what you guys do. And hey, before we get too far, again, congratulations on 100. I know firsthand that put together something that's out there that people actually want to hear and is entertaining, and at the end of the day, you really don't give a crap because you do it because you enjoy doing it. There's still a lot of moving parts to that, and to be able to, have the commitment of not only Scott but the family, and we're going to do this and actually do it is awesome. So everybody out there who watches or has an opinion one way or the other, it's like good, bad, or otherwise, kudos to somebody who's willing to sit there and say, hey, this is us having fun, and I've always said that. It's like anything I've ever done has just absolutely been one big inside joke, and you'll probably, enjoy watching or listening to our big inside joke, and that's kind of what the Don theory was all about. Was that we're so cool, you want to watch us have fun type thing. So kudos to you. But regarding
thank you.
Thanks, Hegs. Appreciate that, man.
Absolutely. And regarding Rodgers, it's like anybody who's ever heard me speak on the thing, it's like first ballot Hall of Famer, yeah, absolutely. But I don't know how you pay somebody like that north of $50 million can even consider hanging on to Adams. And it's like, all right, so now you've just committed that much more money. It's like, unless you got, the Wizard of Oz himself behind the curtain doing something with the salary cap, how many people can you retain? Alexander's coming up. You're only a year away from Rashawn Gary. You're only a year away from Adrian Amos. You're only a year away from Elton Jenkins. It's like, if you're committing to Aaron Rodgers, you're committing to Aaron Rodgers for the rest of his career. How in the hell do you keep the guys that you have? Oh, yeah, the team that was the best roster in the league the last 2 years that didn't find a way to get it done, but I don't think there's anybody that can doubt the success they had. So now you're going to take that group, take Rodgers and Adams and pay them everything and say, well, we need more because we obviously couldn't get it done the last 2 years. What the hell universe does that even make any sense in?
Yeah, that's
can't argue with you on
that's
that.
a legit point. I mean, the salary cap problem right now is still, they did a bunch of work and they're still like $30 million over the cap. And after all the big cuts they made and all this, or the big changing in the bonuses with Bakhtiari and who was the other guy? Oh, Aaron Jones they did that with, and they're still at $30 million over the cap. I don't know how that works. I'm not an NFL number guy, but don't want to be that NFL number guy right now in Green Bay. I have nothing to do with that because that's going to be a tough job. And,
yeah, there's going to have to be cuts.
Like we've said on this show a couple times, the guy's going to walk in and say, okay, here's, it's like going to a restaurant where you pick an entree, a main course, and a dessert. That's going to happen. You pick 3 things out of 10. Figure it out. That's what's going to happen in Green Bay.
Yeah, you're getting a ribeye and like a sugar packet.
Yeah, it's the Applebee's meal. Yeah, the Applebee's 3 for 20 thing. That's what it's going to be.
Or in some circles they would call it being the Bears head coach, saying you get head coach A, B, or C. General manager, you get general manager. A, B, or C. With your head coach, you get offensive coordinator. A, B, or C. No, I just had to throw a little dig in there. But it's I don't know. I whatever. And I've always tried to err on the side of the guys up there in the front office still know a whole lot more about the bazillion details that are involved here other than what Adam Schefter is reporting. So it's like, I just try to read body language. It's like, the pictures of him posting it's Devontae and Randall with an empty slot in the middle of it. It's like, that's just vintage Aaron Rodgers. And you know what? I really don't give a crap about that anymore. It's like, I'm not a huge Instagram or need to know what Aaron Rodgers had for breakfast yesterday. I don't care if he's a good guy or a bad guy off the field. I really don't. It's like, I just want to win football games. And it's like, and that's why when you see the post on social media of, you're calling Adams a 50-50 ball, and there isn't anybody within 50 yards of Lazard in the middle of the field. Yet somehow when Odell Beckham catches that ball in the playoffs, he's rocketing skyward to the MVP. It's like, guess what? The only thing different is Stafford threw him the goddamn ball.
You're so right. So right there. That's very true.
I mean, it's I don't know. It's gonna be interesting to see how they figure it all out in Green Bay. I don't think they can keep them both. I really don't. I don't think there's a way to do it because Devontae Adams is how much he wants to sit there and say he loves Aaron and loves Green Bay and all that, man. This is his big contract. This is it right here. This is it. We're looking at it. And if he gets 50,
and hey, if I can chirp on myself from 2 years ago, all the foreshadowing you've seen is Devontae Adams, Derek Carr in Las Vegas. just for a second, think about that foreshadowing, but it's foreshadowing coming back this way. The Raiders are not adverse to making trades. Josh McDaniel, or whatever the hell his name is, could say, oh, by the way, this dude named Tom Brady had a whole bunch of success with me and a dink and dunk it over the middle to James White offense. Aaron Rodgers can be in the center of the universe in Las Vegas, Nevada, with the black hole going over the rails, rolling out the black carpet for this dude. Or he could sit in Green Bay and, hope that Danica Patrick has meat on hold at the butcher shop. It's like,
goes to Sendix.
Come on.
Yeah, I agree. It's going to be tough for them. The other topic we had talked about was the MLB. What's going on with that right now?
Hey, I just feel bad for the Arizona people that I know, like Reg Benhoff and a couple other people that I know out there that are just, up to their eyeballs. And Clyde Allen, a great Kenosha dude here, they literally have either retired out there, live out there, or kind of create their entire existence over, early March and stuff out there. So I feel worse for those people, but I'm very much billionaires bitching at millionaires and, people that make, $45K a year just siding up with the owners that they're just being raked over the coals. And again, I just don't know what universe that makes any sense in. So I kind of stay clear of it. But the bottom line is I'm probably a bigger Brewer fan than I am Packer or Bucks fan, Badgers being number one. But it's like, I love baseball. I love everything about baseball. I love watching it. My wife and I watch every single Brewer game on record, and I rewind the shit so she's got to see different plays and how this happened or what this happened. And, it's kind of our summer existence. We may not start watching the game till 10 o'clock at night, but I love it, and I'm mad if it don't get worked out. It's like there's just trillions of dollars hanging around. Figure it out. I'm not going to side up and say who's right and who's wrong. What the hell do I know?
Yeah, just figure it out. You said.
Figure it out. You guys got like 6 dudes down there, and there's 12 jello shots. Figure it out.
So you guys have any other questions for Hegs? Anything? Well, he's taking a deep breath, so I don't know if he's got gas or he's...
They're like, yeah, get this dude off. I thought you said he was only going to be out here 10 minutes.
We love having you.
We love it, man. We love it.
Miss our conversations we used to have after you would do your recording, and it was always a good time.
That was good times. And maybe stand there and look as thirsty as humanly possible so somebody offers me a good hoppy beer.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Well, Hegs, thanks for joining us tonight. As always, a pleasure. We'll get you on more. Good conversations, maybe more football talk in the future, because football is always that's my favorite sport.
Well, if he's watching every baseball game.
We can talk a little baseball.
None of us are going to watch
and
that
actually,
shit.
we don't have much Brewer guys, not many Brewer guys we can talk to on here.
True.
So we maybe for little Brewer updates, we'll get a hold of you too. How's that sound?
I like that.
Hey,
sounds good to me. This was fun.
Is Keston Huron going to finally break out this year?
Oh my God! I don't think I want that dude on my softball team right now.
I thought this was going to be the
year. My wife literally knows my rhetoric, and it'll be like, and there he goes again. Or he's going to swing right through it again. It's like, you think just the law of averages, you're going to run into one sooner or later.
Right.
Oh my God, it's unnerving. And you got no place for him to play. There's no place you can hide him defensively.
Well, he's going to be a DH now.
Yeah, that's right. Now, I look at the DH like this. It's like, okay, I like the whole purist, and I think Craig Counsell does a phenomenal job of managing a National League baseball game. So I think you immediately take a very, very good strength of the Milwaukee Brewers organization and you kind of neutralize it a little bit, which I'm not real big on that, because I think the way the National League was catered to Counsell's skills. But that being said, living through Jimmy Nelson and Chase Anderson when these guys were your starters, your main guys, and they both get up there and they get hurt batting, and it's like, you know, you got Corbin Burns just stealing the last 4 outings, and all you worry about is them getting hit in the head or pulling a oblique muscle, and he's out for 6 weeks. It's like, put that stupid bat down and go pitch.
I like it.
Hey, Hegs, I got one quick question for you. A favorite softball moment with Steve Killer Carlson.
Steve Killer Carlson. The one and only time he kind of revved up. I mean, the dude was quiet. He certainly wasn't, you know, as I said when I wrote my story recently, you know, there are a lot of people. He was with us for 2 years, and there was like rumors that he was somebody, or that might be who that was or whatever, but nobody really confirmed it, and nobody on our team ever confirmed it. And then we were playing, and I can't remember who it was, but a decent team that, you know, I don't know, we like beating them, they like beating us, and it was a pretty close match or whatever. And you know, because we played with the guy for 2, 3, 4 years, it's like he's absolutely the last guy. I mean, if say, you know, Kevin Brothers or me or somebody like that, it's like, I'm going to tell you what's what, and I'm going to expect you to give it right back to me, and that's fine. And then one time it just got to the point where there was we were on the bags and there was a close play at third, and you know, our guy slid and got up pretty quick, and their guy was kind of in the process of getting the ball, and may or may not got it in the nuts or whatever, and you know, and the third base coach was right there, the shortstop, the pitcher, the catcher, and it's like, and I don't even know where the dude came from, and he was out there, and it was like, let me tell you what, they knew he was a Hanson brother for that 30 seconds. I'll tell you that.
He was foiling up.
You know, and it's like, I don't think he said a word. He just got in the middle of things and stretched his arms out, and that was that. And everybody's like, yeah, I don't think anybody wants that. Because, I mean, you don't notice it, but he's like 6'3", 230, still in peak condition, run like a deer. It's like, even if he isn't a Hanson brother, you're probably still not going to mess with that dude just based on being a fat old man who had 3 beers before the game, you know?
And he had, as I recall, he had a smooth swing, too. Yeah, hockey, yeah. He's a lefty, wasn't he?
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's the thing. Like, and I think I'm being accurate when I say, like, the majority of the hockey players would still be left-handed batters. You know what I mean? It's like,
yep.
You know, that's, they're still that. So, you know, what do you think the chances of a guy who played that many years, including professional hockey, can roll his top wrist and come through a softball bat? You know, it's like,
right.
You could hear those balls go flying, and he was standing on second or standing on third and trot in on the next hit home and grab his glove and go play right center. And because I guess we respected that to some degree, you know, he liked walking the, 100 yards from where he lived to play ball on Tuesday night, and then he'd walk back home, you know. So it was awesome. It was really, and with the release of the movie Slapshot, I threw a little bit out there on social media just because it's like nobody around here really shouts from the mountaintops, hey, you know, one of the Hanson brothers was my guy for a while, but it's like if one of the Hanson brothers was our guy for a while. It was really,
awesome.
Really cool.
Yeah, I played against him in the Iron League over at Lincoln Park.
Oh, really?
The Iron League, that was tough, wasn't it?
Yeah.
On the lagoon.
Hegs, hey,
when they flooded the girls' diamond over there, he show up on his doorstep at the Purple House with tape between your glasses. Hey, let's play some hockey, Steve.
Let's go. Well, Hegs, hey, man, thanks a lot for joining us tonight. We'll get you back on, like I said, a couple times when baseball gets going with all the Brewers with you, and we'll go from there. But thanks a lot for joining us tonight.
Hey, take a bow. Good 100, man.
Thank you, man. You have a good one.
Thanks, Hegs.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
You're listening to the Basement Benchwarmers podcast. Check us out on Facebook at Basement Benchwarmers, also on Instagram at Basement Benchwarmers, and on Twitter at Base Benchwarmers, and our email is basementbenchwarmers @gmail.com.
I like beer cause it is good. I drink beer because I should. If there was a song to sing, I sing it and beer you bring. I drink beer when I am sad, cause the beer it makes me glad. Now there's nothing left to say, so let's go drink beer.
Beer is good! Beer is good! Beer is good!
What the hell?
I've always wanted to do that every time.
I joined you on that one.
Beer is definitely good, right?
Scared the hell out of
right,
me.
guys?
Willie pooped his pants.
Willie pooped his pants. That's when you know beer is good. So, for the 100th episode, we're gonna do the same damn brewery we've been doing for the last 4 weeks, just because Scott bought like $1,000 worth of beer from there. So, thank you to Good City Brewing for sponsoring us the last few weeks here. This week we're doing the barrel-aged rye density. So we've done a couple densities. It's an imperial stout. This one obviously is aged in rye barrels. In fact, Willet and Hatch rye barrels. So give it a sniff and then give it a drink, and then we're going to pour something else real quick.
You couldn't
Go,
get us any
go, go, go.
curry fries to go with this?
Oh, the curry fries are awesome.
They're awesome.
So you're just pouring $28 beer out because you want to tonight, or what?
Well, it's the 100th episode.
Oh, good call.
And this is, I mean, there's
We
five.
should have
of
got $100 worth of beer then.
There's five of us.
And we're drinking gel shots, too. Hey.
And we're celebrating.
There's like 4 left in there.
So my take on this beer is it's got a little rye finish to it.
It does.
It does, and it's good, just like all the
Ed,
other ones.
Take a taste of it. Let's look at Ed's face. Look at the camera, Ed.
You go with a little ham and Swiss.
And I know that the owners of Good City Brewing are listening.
They are.
In fact, they probably are on live. They're one of the 3 viewers.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
On live tonight. So we would love to do a live show, a live podcast from one of your many breweries. Now, I remember when you were just on the east side, but a great brewery, a lot of growth. I think they do a great job marketing, and they also do a great job brewing beer. So what do you guys think?
Great curry fries.
Great curry fries.
Great curry.
Ed, take a big swig and
This rye beer's not my thing, but
gargle with it, will you, please?
it's pretty good.
I'm going to pass around the next one.
Just look at your face, Ed.
It's a $200 beer.
I will never buy that one.
$15 a can.
Yeah. And we couldn't get a sticker for free, goddammit. We talked about it. I told them about it. That's crazy.
Should have just took it.
I heard
Okay,
you're making
so
stickers for
What's
it.
this one?
We're going to do the base beer, the base barrel-aged stout by Density right now.
Holy
So
cow,
we've
he's
done
spending
all-
all your beer.
We've done all the variants, and this one is
What is this?
Ed's not even drinking it.
Yeah, have another one.
You have the rest.
I got some.
You have the rest.
No,
This is the
this
one.
is a new one.
This is new.
He poured it for me already.
Oh, did you really? Oh,
Yeah.
This one is the
I
best.
took care. I hooked Scott up.
Do
Did
you
you
know
have
why?
any of it?
Hell no.
You're gonna have
No,
some. You
this
gotta
is
do
the
good.
best.
Yeah,
Ed.
just try.
I'll pour some
yeah.
in there.
My theory on
That's good.
these beers,
Trust me, it's plenty.
No.
barrel-aged stout, boom, done. You don't need to do all these little, like rye or
Variants.
maple, all that stuff. It ends up being too sweet. This is
like,
where it's at.
I like the coconut one and the
Yeah.
maple cinnamon one.
Well, they're good.
Those are better.
They're good,
I
but
missed those.
to me,
They were good.
Yeah, they were
They were
just the
legit.
straight-up barrel-aged stout, boom.
Well, I'll buy you a 4-pack next time I'm up there. I'll
Man.
bring a $100 bill and get no change.
Right.
Glenn, are you a coffee guy?
No.
See,
See,
I love
I
coffee
hate
snacks.
coffee, and it's this kind of reminds me. It's like strong,
This is not even.
So what do you
coffee
drink in the
like.
morning?
just strong to me.
Water.
Water. Okay, what else?
Monster.
No.
And Jello shots.
What is better for you, Monster? I mean, it's not. You just don't like the taste of coffee.
Never.
And you were
acquired-
in the military too.
I don't smoke cigarettes either.
See, that's same with my dad. My dad was in Vietnam. Never had a cup of coffee, a cigarette, or any drugs.
Yeah, me neither.
I'm gonna make myself drink coffee though.
He likes beer.
You were in Vietnam.
Yeah, I think I was born there.
Little Tokyo doesn't count.
Did you see my picture at the starting?
That's right. That's right.
Can we get somebody up here and speak some American?
Hey, so while we're enjoying this beer, I got a little surprise for you guys.
Okay.
Is that okay? Can I do that
Can you
right
keep
now?
your pants on? That kind of surprise?
It's just,
or-
it'll take a couple minutes. So
Is it a snack? I'm
in
hungry.
in honor of our 100th episode, I wrote a 100-page essay. I'm just kidding. I wrote
I was in.
I wrote
was all
a
in.
100-word essay
Okay.
about the basement benchwarmers. You could even count the words.
It
if
goes
you want.
fast, 100
I
words.
counted. I counted it.
Oh, good. Do you keep your shoes on?
Let me know when I could talk.
He counted Logan's toes 10 times.
In spring,
It's 100 words.
So now we're dragging this out. It was going to be quick.
Okay, Glenn's going to count.
I'm sparing you. I'm sparing. Hey,
That's
Glenn,
11.
Glenn.
I was like, what are you doing? It's
The
so
other
fast.
options were I was going to do the top 100 Kentucky Derby horses, the top 100 steroid users, all cyclists, or the top 100 craft beers, but I chose this.
I would have preferred a
Type 100 steroid
Let me
users,
know when-
all cyclists.
Barry Bonds would have got on that
Let
list.
me know when I have the floor.
What about a 100-word haiku? Wait, those are only 7 letters.
That's
seven.
757.
The last 40 episodes when Glenn wasn't
So
here.
then like 50 haikus he would do. Whatever.
Are you guys ready?
Go ahead. Okay, go ahead.
In spring of 2020, I threw on my best spandex, grabbed a hazy IPA and a bottle of Woodford's, and saddled up for the ride of my life. Alongside my benchwarmer teammates, Scott, Ed, and Willie, we conquered many a snake draft, settled rumbling debates, that's the beer talking, and solved the country's problems, well, at least in Florida and Ohio. Our incredible knowledge of sports, food, music, and dad jokes have gained us, that's 69, by the way, us several followers.
That's what she said.
I am so grateful for the good times, providing a distraction to all the crazy past couple of years. And just like a Middleton jump shot, I can't wait.
I'm listening.
That's 100 words.
That was 100.
You stopped for me. I heard Middleton. I'm like, what did you say now?
You guys will have to wait for the next few episodes for me to finish that.
So you brought up, that was good.
You like that?
Very good.
Okay.
I will tell you something, Ed. Jared sent me a text the other day, and he's
Is that a
like,
picture of Jared in the back?
No.
Nice.
I've been listening to the show, and I listened the other day, and he said it's pretty fun. You guys are pretty funny with it, blah blah. He goes, Ed Seven Dwarfs thing was hilarious. I couldn't stop laughing.
What was that? Did I do something?
Seven Dwarves, remember?
Well, you missed it because you were sleepy that night.
Yeah. That's like my Elmer Fudd one. I already forgot.
That was my favorite.
I don't remember.
I was trying to bring that up.
Were you here
in
for the Seven Dwarfs?
I was here for Elmer Fudd.
You weren't here.
and-
You weren't
Seven Dwarfs.
Yeah, I was.
Oh, were you? That was pretty good. It was
was
pretty
very good.
Yeah, that's a good
It was
one.
when the what's his name from the Game of Thrones was bitching about.
Oh, yeah, Peter Dinklage. That's right.
Yeah.
So you said
You still have that? We'll like frame it next to your belly shot.
I don't keep any of the shit I say. I try to hide it from the government.
So
Are you feeling strong, my
Just
man?
like your taxes.
you said Florida, Ohio, so I want to talk about the story real quick before we go to top 10. A woman left her job so she could breastfeed her boyfriend full time.
And that's so nice of her.
I heard that
is
already.
so
Can we get a picture of her boob?
sweet.
Yeah, I gotta go home and
That's
eat,
the
guys.
back. Is that the chick on the back?
I don't know. He's a bodybuilder, weightlifter, and for some reason they think the milk from her breasts make him stronger.
I'm going to guess it can't hurt.
Well, that's what he keeps telling her.
Yeah. She hasn't had a kid in 20 years.
The funny thing in here, it says in here we like to keep it private. One of the comments on the story was, then why are you telling people?
How does she burp them?
I can picture them at a bus stop with a blanket, over him. He's like,
No, best thing is he'd be like, you couldn't really tell him, like, oh, that's a cute baby. Yeah, what's up? It's a grown man.
full beard.
Yo, bitch, what you talking about?
Hey, what's going on
That's
here?
the guy right there.
Oh,
Yeah,
you gotta
look at
be
him. He
kidding
talks
me.
exactly like I said.
That's the girl.
See her. Let me see her.
So-
She's ripped too.
She, I don't know. Yeah. So that was it. Let's go to the top 10.
Ladies and gentlemen, here's tonight's top 10.
So tonight's top 10 is top 10 gifts for the Benchwarmers for the 100th show.
Oh, I can't wait to open mine.
Ready? Number 10, a bigger Earl Campbell jersey for Ed to wear.
Jesus Christ. Right off the bat, you guys beat me.
You zoom in on that? Cameraman, zoom in.
Number 9, podcasting for dummies.
Yeah, we could use that for sure.
Number 8, a new bike and spandex for Eric. No seat on the bike.
Ooh, I like that.
Number 7, a new shower curtain for Ed.
Yeah, I need one. You guys have been looking at me a lot.
Working that thing over.
Is there a hole in it?
No, it's ribbed.
That's where
it's ribbed.
That's
for
where
his pleasure.
I breastfeed in the shower.
Number.
You do too?
No, my own breasts.
when you milk yourself, is that called?
That's why you have That's why he has a 6-pack. I mean, in the shower with him.
He's
in
got
the
a
shower
six-chambered
with him.
stomach.
It's Coors. 6-chamber. Oh,
okay.
my God.
I digress.
All right.
Number 6, a subscription to Ancestry.com so we can find where are they now.
Yeah.
Number 5, a Uber gift card for myself.
Willie should probably pay for that.
Hey, I did give him a ride home the other night.
You did.
I did.
We were out too late.
We're happy for you.
We're out to 2:30 in the morning,
Yeah,
weren't we?
yeah. That was a good
Oh,
night.
thanks for inviting me.
Number 4.
You were asleep already.
Oh, we could have texted
You're
you. You could've met us
breastfeeding.
out, yeah.
You're
It was like
breastfeeding.
10 o'clock though when we went out.
Oh, yeah, I
9:30.
was already sleeping.
You're breastfeeding.
Number 4, a roadmap for Glenn to find the basement.
Yeah, it's a long ways.
He gets lost a lot. That's why he's not here too
Good
often.
thing I saw Willie on the streets.
Right, he whistled at me.
Well, he thought you were.
He's got a long drive.
Thought you were a hobo.
Gas prices
He thought
are
it was
high.
he thought it was his dog.
Number 3, a beer cabin to replace a tent.
Oh yeah, I
There
like
you
that.
go. Oh yeah.
Cabin.
Nice.
would be
That's a
nice.
great
Cabin, yeah,
idea.
get a fire.
Next year, rustic.
Number 2, vacuum for Shauna's back seat.
I destroyed her backseat.
And the number 1 gift for the bench warmers, obviously more bourbon.
Yeah.
So as we move along on the 100th episode of the Basement Benchwarmers, let's see where we're going next. We will go to, how about the Snake Draft?
Oh, yeah.
Characters that ruined TV shows. Glenn, you gonna join us for this? Okay, yeah, I like it.
Glenn grew up
It
at
is
the
the
same time.
Glenn's snake
Glenn,
draft.
you can have my spot. I had a few. Yeah. Glenn's into this. I'll do honorable
Should
mentions
he
later.
sit on your lap when he does it?
Yeah, and you know what? Like a puppet. I'll put my hand.
That's a good boy, Glenn.
You don't need
$1
a hand.
million.
Clarice. You don't need a hand, just a finger.
Yeah, that's called milking too.
Oh, Christ.
Yeah.
Let's start with. We'll go with Willie. We'll go with Elder
Man, my mind's so clear right now with all those Jello
Well, I'm
shots
saying,
running
hey,
through
I'll
it.
throw. I don't mention later, but you guys
Every
do it. I want to
time
hear, and
it's Willie.
I'll give you my thumbs up or thumbs down to all your answers.
Okay.
I'm gonna judge them. Okay.
All right, I'm gonna go with cousin Oliver from the Brady Bunch.
Too easy.
Yeah, that's easy.
That's the winner. I like that one. I thought of that one. That's when yeah, that's a good one. He was a punk. I just want to punch him, and make that bowl haircut fall off.
That with those John Denver glasses on.
Yeah, he looked just like
big
John.
pie
little-
face.
And then they were set. I think it was like he was only in like 5 or 7 episodes,
Enough
and
to
then
screw it up.
yeah, and then the show shut down. It was
The
that
reason
bad.
I watched it was for Jan and Marsha Brady.
Yeah, remember like before? But do you remember the season before that was when they were doing all that? Like they were getting on TV shows and they were doing sha-na-na-na-na-na-na-na.
Sha-na-na-na-na.
Yeah, those ones.
Joe Namath.
Yeah.
What was the other song?
I saw Don Drysdale.
They did 2 songs.
It's a sunshine day.
Yeah, that was nice. Where it is cold outside now. I think.
No. There's a third one. When it's time to change. Maybe that's the same one, but it was. Don't know. Yeah, they were hurting for stuff.
So all that for Oliver. It's gonna take forever. This thing, I think. Go ahead, Glenn.
7 on Married with Children.
Yeah,
I remember that.
It was so bad.
Bundy's long lost nephew.
Yep.
Why?
Seven wanker.
Yeah. 12
Why?
episodes.
Why would they
It was
add? Why would they
awful.
add someone to the show?
Do you remember how he was gone too? They kind of just said he went over to Marcy's house or something.
Yeah.
But do you remember the end? He's on a milk carton,
Oh.
and they were just like, yeah.
Typical Married with Children. Yeah.
Nobody even give a shit.
Eric?
How do you follow up Suzanne Summers on Three's Company?
Good call.
Not with Cindy Snow.
Yep.
Terrible.
Yeah. You know what? It was all downhill with even with the one after Terry.
Yeah, Terry was better than Cindy.
No,
Snow.
it was no. But
no,
it really
I mean
wasn't.
she wasn't Suzanne
But
Summers.
what they did with Cindy Snow is what they did with her. They made her really too dumb.
Yep.
Yeah.
Way like dumber than Suzanne Summers' character
Yeah.
was, and that was all because Suzanne Summers wanted more money. You ever watch that thing about Three's Company?
Oh, yeah.
She ruined the sitcom because she wanted to get out and was told by
That happens
who she
on
was
every
married to at
show
the
with
time.
success.
Right.
Who
He
was her
like
husband at the time?
I can't remember.
And he like, oh, you should be making more. It's because of you. And I personally,
it was Mr. Summers.
Mark Summers from
but you know,
Double Dare.
For me, obviously, yes.
God rest his soul.
Suzanne Summers, yes, she had jiggly parts on her and whatever. But I loved
The Thigh Master
I
was
loved
my
it.
favorite
I watched
part.
that
That was
show
the best
because of
part.
John
Ritter?
John Ritter was
Yeah.
his name. Yeah, Jack Tripper. John
Yeah, and
Ritter.
if you think about it,
that's why I watched it. He was hilarious.
They replaced Mr. Roper with Mr. Furley, and it just kept moving right along.
Yeah, that was
liked
a good
Don Knotts.
transition.
Don Knotts was awesome.
But the transition, that was great.
Yeah,
that one worked.
But now with Suzanne, that role didn't work out.
You're right.
Do you remember every time Mr. Furley walked in, oh, Jack, Jack's head's like behind the chair going up and down.
Sensational.
It was like, oh my God, it was everyone with some innuendo.
I love that show. Every weekend, like when we're flipping through the channels ever, and it's always on something, I stop and watch it.
Yeah.
Have to.
Guilty
And
pleasure.
And I know
Guilty
every
pleasure.
episode. You know every episode.
Coming
And it's a show of.
I love the Wriggle Biggle.
Is it called innuendo, or what's that called when you hear something and then you think it's something that it's not?
Yeah,
yeah, that's what
a
that
lot of
show's based
innuendo.
on. It's
Yeah.
based
The
on
whole
that.
it's essentially 2.5 Men before 2.5 Men. I mean, it's kind
So
of,
they
but it
use
was lighter, you know.
Yeah, because it's it's half less than 3.
Yeah, good point. I like it.
Go ahead.
I forgot where we were on this.
You get 2 picks.
Oh, I got 2 picks.
Uh-huh.
Wait, did you pick?
No, I haven't gone yet.
Yeah.
Chris, he gets 2. Yeah, he gets 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Well, I'm
a
going
snake-
with
it's a snake
one
draft.
of my least favorites, which the first thing that came to mind, Randy from the 70s show.
Yeah, that was bad.
Oh, he replaced Topher Grace and Ashton Kutcher.
Yeah.
And he was cool ladies, man, but he was also stupid. Like, and they tried to put all these characters into one. And it was Seth Meyers' brother.
Yeah, yeah.
The only way they could
Awful.
have got away with it was they put Matthew McConaughey in there.
Yeah, somebody cool.
All right.
They already had Venus Flytrap in there. So yeah, Randy was the worst. And I'm gonna tell you one that Dr. Smith from Lost in Space. Willie, this was like back in your era.
I remember watching that.
That guy was a fucking douchebag.
Oh, yeah,
I would have left him on the first planet. I would have beat him with a rock.
Who was
and
your
just
pick?
Dr. Smith.
Yeah.
And then he's like, hey, how's everybody going? It's like, oh, here, take our kid and go walking out on this new planet. We'll see you in 4 hours. Okay, I'll take your kid. It's like, what the hell? What kind of parent leaves their kid alone on a planet with Dr. Smith?
I'm pretty sure that guy was banned from certain plants for being a pedophile.
Yeah, George, and then the robot comes out. It's like, warning, warning, warning.
Hegs just said ring the bell for the Thigh Master reference.
Oh, I like that. Yeah.
Get it?
Oh yeah, that's what he meant. The bell. Sorry, Hegs.
He's a professional. We're not professionals.
Couple
yet.
IPAs.
He's
a
got a
couple,
lot
whatever they
going
were.
on
I
here.
don't know.
Our 101st show will be a little more professional.
Yeah. So it's it's Eric's going back.
Kimmy Gibbler.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I
Enough
disagree.
said.
I disagree with that.
Annoying, obnoxious.
She was needed. I think she was needed.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
I disagree.
How
Glenn, you look like you
rude.
disagree with me.
How
You agree
rude.
with me that she needed to be there?
She was so good she came back in the Netflix sequels.
Yeah.
Terrible.
And she was in Bob Saget's comedy a lot. Can't
I got a whole list.
That's a fun word to say, Kimmy Gibbler.
Yeah.
I have a whole
hit
list
Bob
of
Saget
people
in the
that
head.
are in these rankings that
Yeah.
I don't agree with, but that one.
Right.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you?
Oh, I got
There's a couple other
I got
ones,
a
yeah.
top 4 or 5 of not agree with.
Glenn, you're up.
Go ahead.
Big Bang Theory. Raj's sister Priya, who dated Leonard for a while.
Yeah.
Total bitch to him.
And she didn't really fit into the show
No,
even.
not at all.
Didn't she dump him like right after? Yeah.
She didn't last long.
She
and
couldn't
then,
introduce him to her family.
So they brought her in.
Bitches, man.
She was a
Bitches.
bitch, and then she dumped him.
Yep.
So it was not even needed. And I gotcha.
Willie?
All right, I'm gonna go with the Great Gazoo from the
Yeah.
Flintstones.
I agree.
Oh, yeah. Yes, that's terrible.
That was
You know.
Oh yeah, he just showed up.
I
I liked it, when they're eating brontosaurus burgers and riding.
Love the form.
Do you know why
dinosaurs.
Gazoo was sent to this planet? Because he was creating weapons of mass destruction on his planet. So like, go to Earth and fuck around for a while. It's like what? Like we need
in the
that.
Stone Age.
with a cranium that size. So, The Office.
Oh, here
I
we
never
go.
got her.
Yeah, I know where you're
The
going.
English broad,
Yeah.
Nellie Bertram.
Nellie Bertram.
Yeah, I never.
Those were those transition years. Some good, some
They
bad.
were yeah,
she was
yeah.
a bad character.
Yeah,
she was one of my top ones.
Yeah, just terrible.
Yeah,
terrible. Just a
Terrible.
terrible thing, man. Terrible.
This is one that Willie probably remembers. It's Stephanie Mills in All in the Family.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, she had the unibrow.
And she was in
Anthony
Archie's
Davis.
place too. It was just Archie. After his wife died, it was just Archie and her at the bar.
Yeah.
It did nothing worked. It was awful.
The
Good
grumpy
call.
old man was finally going to get his empty nest and pops in this kid.
Now he's dragging some meathead's long lost daughter around. I don't know.
Meathead.
No, it was the one that.
Yeah.
Where was he in Viet? No, where was he? He was
Michael-
in Korea, wasn't he?
Michael Stivic. No, what?
Well, this was one of the few bad decisions within this show. But Ross Geller is dating Rachel, you know? It doesn't get much better than that. But it got postponed because of Emily.
Oh, yeah.
And Emily had to have been the worst actress I've ever frickin' seen ever. It was just a dumb character, just a dumb... And she was on for a year or two. It was awful. So that's a big one for me, Emily. Annoying.
I got a few of them right now.
You can only take
few
two.
what, farts?
Oh.
Well, I'm going to go with Screech in the college years. Not in the regular years. In the regular years, you get it. You're going through high school and junior high. They were in junior high in Indiana. Then they all moved to California, the Bayside. And then Screech was still there, and then they added Mario Lopez. But then they went to college, and who would bring that dork along with them? Seriously, he was dumber and dumber each year. He was just like, he was kind of the foil at the beginning, you know, like the guy that screwed everything up. And then at the end, it was just like, he was like essentially retarded. And it's like, why is he on here?
I think you need more a little sensitive when you say that.
Oh, I'm just saying, he was, if you do remember the college years,
handicapped.
he was, oh, jeez.
He was a moron.
That's bad, too. You can't say
God,
that.
he's sitting right here.
He was cognitively disabled.
What would Red say?
Yeah, you're a dumbass.
And I can't say it. No. I'm going to go with...
Hey, speaking of Red, you know, they're coming out with a 90s show on Netflix.
Yeah, I bet that'll be great.
Shut the front
It's
door.
Red Foreman and Kitty with the grandkids.
Not Kimmy Gibbler, though, right?
No.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
No, Kitty.
Go
Red
on.
Kitty was her name on the show. Red and
Yeah, Kitty. Yeah.
Yeah, they were awesome, too. I'm going to go final... Oh, God, there's so many good ones left.
We can have some honorable.
I'm going to go Wesley Crusher on Star Trek The Next Generation. He never fit in there.
And he's the guy that...
Never watched it.
He's a
No, but he's the guy
'Cause of
that... what's the one show with Sheldon?
Oh, Big Bang Theory.
Big Bang Theory.
Or Sheldon, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, he's a recurring character in that show.
Oh, yeah, Will Witt.
Yeah, Will. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, he was so awful on there. He's the genius, but he could never get into Starfleet Academy, so he just kept coming around on the and then he'd solve problems that, you know, guys that have been in Starfleet for 40 years can't.
Yeah, sorry, Will Wheaton. I said
Will Wheaton. Will
Yeah.
Wheaton. That's right.
He's the kid from Stand By Me that got the leech on his wiener.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
It's the only thing he remembers from it.
Hey, Willie. Will needs his underwear changed.
Hey, I can't find my underwear.
Okay, so not sure how many. I don't know if we've talked a lot about this show, if you guys really are into it, but Mark Brendanawicz, Parks and Recreation.
Was he
Just a terrible character who's on the first couple years.
I'm just thinking about my honorable mention. I got a good one.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Brendanawicz, and they wrote him right out of it. I mean, they wrote him out of it in year 3, and it got a little bit better.
Bandana Wanowitz? Wasn't that a character
He
on
was
Laverne and
terrible.
Shirley or something?
I thought you said Roseanne.
Roseanne, Dana, Bandana.
Whatever.
Yeah. So Mark Brendanawicz was just a boring, dull character amongst all those great comedians that were on that show. It was a good show. I mean, he was terrible.
Oh, God.
Glenn?
So, any of the late season Happy Days
Yep.
editions? I mean, it was 11 seasons. Can you believe that show? Into the 80s.
I love that show.
You only can give one because Scott's got a ton of them.
No, there's a ton of them.
We can name them all.
Even like
Lori Beth Cunningham.
Yeah, that was a big one. Jenny Pickle, I never was a fan
Jenny
of.
Pickle, and they talked about her for like years, and,
Yeah,
then
never
she,
showed her, which was awesome.
Then she came in.
Then
yeah,
they showed her, which
Yep.
was terrible because you don't show her was awesome.
It's like
And Chuck, the son that disappeared the first year,
Right.
good. I'm glad he disappeared.
Yeah.
that was terrible. He didn't need him.
well, it's kind of like Home Improvement. Remember, you never saw that guy's face. You know, Wilson
Yeah.
was always behind the
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
But then they actually brought her onto the show. Then it didn't make
Yeah,
sense.
I like Jenny Piccolo. Yeah.
But they had, I mean, Mork was on there for a couple shows, which was just ridiculous.
Well, but it's set up.
It set up more
the
commitment.
show
That's
itself,
right.
but it was
Yeah.
dumb.
It was awful.
But it worked out for the show later.
Do you know who Mindy's married to?
Pam Dauber was married or is married to someone famous.
Yeah, it was
Mr. Dauber.
Nope.
No, it's
what the hell?
His dad played football at the University of Michigan.
Tom Brady.
Nope.
He's an actor, right?
Yes.
God, who's? Hey, you know who Pam Dauber's married to?
I thought it was the guy from NCIS or something.
Yeah, Harmon.
Joe Burrow.
Yeah, you're right. Mark Harmon.
Mark Harmon.
Mark Harmon.
Yeah, that guy. What was that show
it took
he
me
had?
a while.
Yeah,
Mark Harmon played at UCLA.
Yeah, he played. He played too.
But
yeah.
what was the TV show he had for a while?
NCIS.
But no. What was the movie?
Summer School.
Summer School.
Yeah,
awesome.
Summer School.
Yes,
Yes,
Summer School.
awesome movie.
Yeah.
Love that movie.
Take your seat.
Did we finish the whole draft?
Where should we take it?
Is the draft over?
No, not yet.
Willie's got.
I got
year one because we were talking Abby. He brought up Jenny.
Willie's
he
the
brought
last
Lawyer
pick.
Beth
Did you do it?
Cunningham. We talked about Jenny Piccolo. Yeah,
Jenny
No,
Piccolo.
he's done then.
Can we throw?
Yeah, because he did it.
But we got honorable mentions.
Can we pile Chachi and Joni in there because they were awful?
No, Joni,
That's a spin-off.
Joni had to be there.
She had to be there because she was Richie's sister.
Yeah, but Chachi was awful.
I like Chachi.
Oh God, you're.
I think you know.
Of course, you're Italian. You'd like Chachi.
The one thing that worked in that show when they went from Pat Morita to Al Mornero, that worked.
Kenosha native.
Yeah, but it worked when they changed over the owner of the diner. That worked.
Yeah, you're right.
That worked. I liked Al.
Good transition.
Arnold was awesome and Al was awesome. They were very good.
I'm going to go with
Yep.
Leather Tuscadero.
I liked Pinky too.
Pinky.
You like both of them?
Yeah. Hey.
Oh man,
Is that what you said though? That's your answer?
No, I have.
remember Pinky Tuscadero almost got killed in that motorcycle
I
crash?
know.
That's right.
That was scary.
So Demolition Derby.
Is that
Yeah,
when
it
they
was Demo Derby. You're right.
Is that when they jumped the shark?
No, that was when Fonzie actually jumped the
I
shark.
know,
But
I know.
His leather-
Pinky was there.
in his leather jacket. Now, here's one thing I'm going to tell you about that whole situation. If I'm jumping a shark, I'm taking all the weight off me I can. I'm not wearing a leather jacket over that thing. I'm telling you right now.
Right.
I'm
A wet
taking
leather jacket.
If
Bullshit.
anything, I'm wearing a red, white, and blue helmet too.
I'm going over with a machete at least.
Machete.
Did you do your second one?
Second one.
So
you got one more.
He's got.
No, he's just.
I got
No, he's done.
the
He's done.
the
He's done. He's got
conclusion.
one
more.
He just
I got
bring
one.
up
I got
of the
one more.
soundtrack.
Yep.
So you know how we were going the person that was on there. I'm going to go with the person when they took him off the show, it became a dud. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Office.
Okay. I'm going to go with Charlie Sheen when they took him off.
Yeah, I got the other part of that one too.
Right, and they had Ashton Kutcher on there, and
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah,
You
as-
like
as-
that?
No, I
you
didn't.
agree?
I
You
didn't.
agree? You
no,
concur?
I'm a Charlie Sheen
Okay,
guy.
all right.
Believe me, he's got.
I know
tiger
you wear
blood
his shoes and his shorts around
all
summer.
the time, man.
That's right.
And I had
Yeah.
Walden on here as one of my extras that I was just in case.
Right.
I mean, he's all right, but it just doesn't work.
He's rich, kind of like Charlie, but a different rich and had
Charlie was
different
rich.
morals.
Charlie just fell into his richness with his stupid jingles.
That's
you know,
right. Yeah.
So yeah, and writing kids songs for a while.
I have. So when I looked at all these rankings, I have a couple that I totally disagree with, and I think Willie might be on the same page with me. But so you watched Mad Men, right?
Yeah.
So in these
They don't
rankings,
like the wife, right?
Well, yeah, they had her, Betty Draper, and they had Pete Campbell.
Yeah.
And both of them, I think, were awesome. I mean, I think.
I
think Betty
held their
Draper
own.
was and the Pete Campbell character is necessary for the show because he was an annoying fuck, right?
Yep.
He
was
was all this
perfect
conflict.
at it.
Yes, he was,
If everybody's
he was
perfect
so,
on the show,
he was so good at it. It was unreal.
He had the hot wife too. Pete did, the girl from the
oh
Gilmore
my
Girls.
God,
that little girl from
yes,
the Gilmore Girls.
from Community.
Yeah, I can't think of
Allison Brie.
Yeah, whatever her name is. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's amazing how he comes up with these names right off the top of his head.
Allison Brie. Oh gosh.
No, I don't-
We've looked this up. We've done this before.
Betty.
Yeah, it's all that time with little man Logan in the TV.
And Betty Draper's That's January Jones.
Yeah, I mean, I could have lost her after the first year where she was divorced. Then it kind of went downhill.
You gotta appreciate the episode though, where she's standing in the yard at the end of the episode, shooting the guy's birds with her shotgun,
yeah.
smoking with a cigarette hanging out
Yeah,
of her
she's
mouth.
smoking.
Oh my God, I think she's great in it. The other one that Skylar from Better.
The wife on
What the hell's the name of the freaking greatest show ever? Breaking
Bad. Walter White.
Skylar
Walt White's wife.
Yes.
Yeah.
You thought she was terrible? She won 2 Emmys.
Yeah.
Great
Well,
radio
yeah,
when he
so
talks
she did a great
off
job.
mic, right?
Willie, where are you going? Get
Oh,
back
yeah.
here. Sit down.
I
Sit down.
You gotta hear my honorable mention.
I agree with you.
No, you gotta hear
Willie,
it. You
sit
gotta hear
down.
my
Sit
honorable
down, Willie.
mention.
He's got to pee. Watch this. Sit down. Sit for a while.
I'm
we'll
gonna
get you
cut-
out there in like 15 minutes.
You guys want to hear my honorable mention?
No, I'm going to cut Willie off.
We should all do at least 5 before Willie pees. Go ahead.
Okay, here's my honorable mention.
Yeah, I want to hear it.
So it really, this probably was one of the worst ads to a show ever. It killed it. Eric Bradley on the Basement Bench Warmers.
Are you fucking kidding me?
That's a bell.
One of the worst ads. I thought it was
You need a wow.
I'm just a guest appearance. You're an ad.
Are you guys serious?
No.
Jeez.
Holy shit.
Wow. We keep now. You said that we just lost 3 viewers.
We gained 4, I think.
We had-
Is he leaving?
Hey, Logan was on 4 computers at home.
Several. We have gained several followers. That's in my. It's actually the 48th word in my 100-word essay.
I got another. Dana Brody,
Yes.
on Homeland.
Yep.
On Homeland.
Grab another beer to us.
Yeah.
The daughter, she was just some whiny brat, and we're dealing with it's like we got nuclear weapons over here, and then ISIS has got this over here, and it's like the daughter's like my boyfriend, he's not calling me. Oh, it's just
terrible.
It didn't.
I didn't know you watched that show.
Oh, I love Homeland for the first 3 years.
I watched the first 3 seasons. and
Yeah,
I stopped.
after that was garbage. Yeah, so Dana Brody.
She almost ruined it.
Yeah, you're right.
Yep. Okay, here's another one that I disagree. I think maybe you. So a lot of the rankings had Brian from Family Guy as an annoying character.
I don't see that.
Well, he wasn't like an addition though. He's always been on the show.
Yeah, I mean, some
well,
of these.
no, it wasn't an addition. It was what character almost ruined the show.
Brian, the dog?
It says Brian in a lot of those.
I don't see that.
He's awesome.
It wasn't about an addition. It was about like what character.
But still, it's. Why would you say Brian?
I didn't say it. I didn't say it.
Yeah.
He's great
I saw
because
it in
he's
there.
like the liberal guy, but he's always he does never follows what he says.
Yeah, you got enough to buy fake mustaches.
He always is talking about his books, but he doesn't know what's in them and shit. It's. Oh yeah, well that's well a lot of people read Hemingway and what'd you read by Hemingway? Well you know I read all the. I
gotta watch more.
Just all
Family Guy.
bullshit.
I didn't watch.
It's all
much
I've
at
seen.
all.
I
don't watch
watched it
Family
for a
Guy?
while with Jackson. I watched it for a little while, but I have yet to see. I have not seen all of them. There's no way.
There's a lot of them.
It's like trying to see all the Simpsons.
I got one. Nobody's. Yeah, no kid. I quit watching that after
Yeah.
like season 29 or something. Right. Nobody mentioned Scrappy Doo.
Yeah,
he
that's
killed
what started it.
He killed the show.
Yeah.
I mean,
He's the goat.
Yeah, you got Scooby and Scooby and Shaggy. They're afraid of the ghost. Oh, Scooby, let's get out of here! Whoop, whoop, whoop. And they'd run. And then Scrappy, this little shit, wants to fight them all, and he doesn't even fit. It made no sense.
No, it didn't. You are correct. Scrappy was a terrible ad.
The only one I got left, Tori Spelling on Saved by the Bell.
Was she on there?
Or anything.
She was Screech's girlfriend.
How about Tori Spelling on 90210?
How about Tori Spelling on
Ever?
Yeah.
On
She
Life.
was
Dude,
the,
they just stuck
the
her in
daughter
there.
of the producer.
Yeah,
That's
they
what-
just
what
kept
it was.
sticking her in there.
I tried to I was going to try to make some sort of like Stephen A. Smith on any show. That's right there.
That's awesome.
Stephen A.
We just lost another viewer.
I think it's Frozen.
Oh,
No.
Frozen. That's a great. I like
Oh,
Anna
God.
and Elsa.
I don't like that stupid snowman kid.
You don't like the dude, Olaf?
Olaf, yeah. No, we should get rid of him.
Wow.
Oh, sweet. There we go. Who wants some more beer? Because we're doing a
No.
shot of Malort.
Yes. I'll just do the Malort. Jesus. Give me I don't want any of that beer shit. Give me some Malort.
Would you write baseball sucks? Here, you want a drink of this? It's like I like lamp.
Where is it?
You guys hear? Are we done with that? Yeah. You guys hear that? Good news today came out. The Buccaneers are going to bring back the creamsicle uniforms.
Yeah, I did see that.
Why would you save me this much?
You can share.
Yeah, I need some too.
It's okay to share. This guy, it's a beer hog. Also, did you hear the Dolphins? The Dolphins were going to try to pursue Sean Payne and add Tom Brady to the ownership group, but it didn't work out.
I heard that.
That came out. Also, the Packers will play in London along with other teams next year. But in the promo, no Adams and no Rodgers in the promo was for other players and not them. I can understand Adams, but Rodgers is weird because Rodgers actually is still on the team. He's not a free agent. They don't have to do anything. He has to stay or hold out. That's the weird thing. Adams can leave.
Yeah.
But you think Rodgers would have been
Rodgers
in there?
under contract, so it doesn't matter.
Would that kind of almost, if you're Rodgers, kind of piss you off? Like, really?
Everybody.
I
has
can't
to
even
go
get in this promo, man. I don't care if I'm leaving
They're
or
out
not.
to
I'm
get
still,
me.
Yeah, but I still kind of go on his side. You think that he would? I don't know, but yeah, left him out the promo. If you saw it, it was kind of cool. It was the old. They put him like they're walking across the street, like Abbey Road.
Abbey Road, yeah.
Yeah,
I
it
saw
was them
that.
walking across. Pretty cool. It was LaFleur, and then I think Bakhtiari, Jair Alexander, and who else was in it? I can't remember the other two. I really look at
Should
that.
be Aaron Jones.
It's interesting.
Oh, it might have been. You might be right.
It's
now.
a home game, and we have the with our season tickets.
So we're going to London, me and you?
Yeah, we have the raffle, like the.
So they're
the
making
drawing.
the Packers use a home.
It's a home team.
Who are they playing?
It's not even announced yet.
Why would the Packers use a home game over
It's
that?
a home game.
It's always a team that has struggling to get people to fill the seats.
For what?
Well, they figure
The Packers have never.
The Packers have never done it though.
Yeah, it's the first time ever.
They're the only team, right?
So,
Yeah,
so do they? You get a shot as a season ticket holder of getting tickets for a game?
No, you just lose that game.
Are you serious?
Well, both times the Bears did it, they were the road team, so I don't really know. They were the road team. both times.
I was going to reach out to Pete.
They can't make you take those tickets because that means you got to go to London and fly.
But I wonder if you have first right of refusal.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would take them. Are you in?
I think about going.
How many tickets you can get?
That'd be cool.
I get 4.
If against the Bears, that'd be awesome.
I get 4, and we'll make a trip of it. We'll go to Scotland. We'll go to
we'll
Ireland.
make a trip.
We'll go
not just do a one-day
We'll go
drive.
to Richmond. We'll watch Richmond play soccer.
Eric just goes, we'll make a trip of it. We'll make a trip of it.
You know what
stay a week and
it's
go
like
to
a
the Germany game too.
You know what I meant.
We're gonna go to Richmond.
Why is Glenn here? Let's do this shot.
Eric.
Okay, before I do this,
wait. What do they call this? They call it when you we're transitioning right now.
The transvestite.
Transitioning.
It's gonna be.
Ooh, you can't say that,
Glenn.
He hasn't been here in frickin' 4 months.
There's a reason.
Yeah.
Contract negotiations.
You've been grooming him, huh?
Yeah, I pet him a lot.
This isn't the actual podcast. We recorded yesterday.
Glenn feeds him milk.
You like milk? Speaking of milk.
Oh, here we go.
All right, here we go.
So we're doing Malort in honor of show 100.
I wish
100 episodes for the Benchwarmers and 100 years for Willie.
Hey!
Hey! Malort.
Chug a lug.
Mm-hmm. Oh, God. Why?
I wish Chicago would have attacked Ukraine.
So good. It is. It's very floral now. Let it sit in the basement for a while.
So while you guys are
It's
digesting,
like Scott sounded when I farted into his CPAP.
Did you fart into that bottle?
while you guys are digesting,
Okay.
so we're celebrating 100 episodes. So here's some of the organizations that are celebrating 100 years this year: Reader's Digest, Time, the BBC, Stouffer's, which I prefer mashed potatoes, State Farm, Maidenform,
Swing,
Jaguar,
Jaguar,
the Blender, the Rose Bowl, the old Yankee Stadium, which, were you at the old one or the new one?
New one.
The Lincoln Memorial.
That's still not tore down yet?
Here's 2 that should have been.
Blackface, no.
You ever been there?
2 that should have been would have been
Yeah,
Stan
it's
Lee
giant.
and Betty White, of course. And the NFL's official name is 100 years old.
The No Fun League?
Boom.
I got something like that.
Yeah, what you got?
TV shows that didn't make it to 100 episodes.
Ooh.
Pretty famous. Star Trek.
Yeah.
No shit.
The
Oz.
original.
The Sopranos.
Well,
But
yes.
it's famous.
Gotcha.
Columbo. That's your thing. DuckTales.
That's not my thing.
6 Feet Under. Great show if you've never seen it. Let me see what else that we care about. How about The Shield?
I love The Shield.
The Wire.
Everybody loves The Wire. It's the greatest show ever.
5 seasons.
Have you ever watched it?
Yeah, me and Eric always talk about it.
Dexter, but that will change because I think it's coming back, Dexter.
It's already back.
So it's past that
It's
now.
back.
Yep. Mad Men.
Great show.
Great show.
I never watched this, but it was pretty famous. Battlestar Galactica.
The original only lasted a couple of years.
Yeah,
If I
73 episodes.
Yeah.
Yep. Prison Break, another great show. Didn't make it. Breaking Bad.
They're long. I mean, those are long episodes.
Hey, knock it off.
Hey.
Sons of Anarchy.
Oh, that's
Great
your
show.
show,
It's a
which
great
I want to
show.
watch. I really want to watch that.
You have
sometime.
shows that made it to 101?
No. The Americans, I heard that's a good show. I want to know
it's
The
all right.
Americans.
I like the Russians better. but-
Justified, I watched that one season, couldn't watch it anymore. Another big show, pretty famous, Downton Abbey, not downtown, Downton.
Down.
So and Louis.
Town.
But he was canceled for other reasons. So anyway,
What was the last one?
Louis C.K.?
Louis had a show.
Louis C.K.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Louis
yeah.
C.K.?
Yeah,
I didn't even know
It
that.
was comedy. So shows didn't make it to 100. So shows
Yes,
we beat.
And we
So
did
that's
it.
funny because half of those shows were like Netflix, HBO, FX, which aren't traditional TV shows anymore.
Yeah.
Gone are those traditional shows.
They were doing like 12 one-hour episodes a
Right.
year.
And look at us. Look at us. We got like 2 hour we have.
Scott, did we make it to 100 minutes yet?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
do that
Yeah.
every.
See, here's the thing.
Hey, whoa!
No, I think we are.
Sorry, just real quick. I want to hear it. But I was looking back at our first 5, 6, 7, 8 episodes. They were like 45 minutes,
Yeah.
51 minutes. Look at us now. Freaking
We're
blowhards.
silver
We're
boats.
blowhards.
We can do
silver
two,
boats.
We can do 2 hours standing on our head, spitting quarters out our ass right now, easily.
Your wives
Easily.
must be impressed with your endurance now.
Yeah.
Okay,
I don't know.
No, I want to hear your.
I haven't had sex since this show started.
I want to hear your
Scott,
story.
you guys were
It's
here.
normally
Sorry.
Monday nights at
The one
6
I
o'clock he
interrupted,
would
I'm
do
sorry.
this.
That was it. I was just going to say that. I
you
do
want?
have a story.
Finish that.
What's
off.
your story?
I got some politics.
Oh shit!
That's surprising.
Hey, are we going to do our top 3?
Best in 5
Yeah, oh, yeah,
years.
yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
You
What's
were
your
going
show?
to say something though. I
No,
interrupted
I
you.
was.
What's your story?
He interrupted me, and then I finished it. What did I say?
That's what
No,
she
your
said.
thing right there written.
Something
Oh.
about masturbating.
No, I just had some politics stuff. On
Okay,
there.
go ahead.
I was like, it's our 100th show. Do I want to ruin it?
He's second guessing himself right now.
No, I said, see, on Friday, President Biden promised sanctions against Putin and Russia and then promptly went on a weekend vacation. Today he came back to D.C. and was surprised when he was told that Russia attacked Ukraine. Alzheimer's sucks, man. He's now threatening to unfriend Putin on Facebook. Those sanctions are tough, man.
The social media sanctions.
The one thing about those sanctions, the banking sanctions, they don't understand. Then as us Americans, yeah, that's what we should do. The same people that are for the poor, they're killing the people. They can't get their money out. People that live in Russia like us, their money's frozen.
It was like 19.
They're screwed.
And you know
Well,
what's
look
gonna?
what the ruble's worth.
It's
Yeah.
you know what?
Less than a cent.
I'm telling you right now, that's what he wants.
I know. He doesn't care
Yeah,
about
I
his
know.
And you know
He's
what's-
got a plan.
And you know what's
Yeah.
going to happen? China's going to come in, get on our money. It's gonna sink the dollar because there's going to be Russia, China, North Korea. Not North Korea, but some of these countries are going to go to China's dollar then, whatever they call it.
So yeah, I don't.
And
get
it's going to be 2 different currencies in the world.
Yeah.
All right,
It's gonna
let's
suck.
let's lighten the show back up.
Nah.
No, he's got one more.
Oh, he's got another. Oh, is this lighter?
Do you remember 7 years ago this week? Where were we?
7 years ago this week.
7 years.
7. What month are we in?
It's
March,
February.
End of February.
We were somewhere together.
Oh yeah. We saw titties.
Whoa.
Punta Cana?
Rodney Carrington.
Rodney Carrington.
Yeah.
That was 7 years ago this week.
Show them to me.
Yeah, he sings a song. He comes out and he's like, "Show them to me." And
Hey,
some,
did it happen?
oh yeah, lots.
There was a few, and then the lady behind us, she did it, and it flopped on set on my shoulder. I was like, "What the?"
And then you hit
You're
some
like,
ropes.
I was like, "Ah!"
he's like, ma'am.
Are we?
I'm not sure. There were one.
Thanks for the memories.
It was funny.
Just getting started.
That's what she said.
We were way down front, so we were about maybe 8-10 rows back.
Who needs a shot of Malort?
We're about 8-10 rows off the front, right at the stage. A lady in the front row of the balcony yanks them out, and they were nice. They were paid for. They were legit.
They were real and
And,
spectacular.
and you remember my wife? She goes, "Hey, that's one of my students' moms." And we're like, "Oh,
Are you sure they weren't good from far, but far from good?
Oh, they were good."
Okay.
And it was like, man, she must be fun at conferences. But
Yikes.
and then me and Scott turn around, and that lady he's talking about yanks off her top, and we look at each other, we look back, and we look at Rodney Carrington on the stage, and he makes eye contact with us, and we all are just like, no.
Stop playing the song. They look like 2 water balloons when you used to overfill them, and they used to get like 2.
About the burst?
Yeah,
Like
you know,
about the burst?
it's like there might be too much water, but keep going.
But with freckles on them.
Oh my
I think they were
gosh.
crumbs. I don't think they were freckles.
It could have been crumbs.
I don't know.
You just described every
Hey,
Motley Crue concert.
they're a bit of a chew.
But she was proud of him, man. Good
The
for her.
second
Well, yeah, you have to be
worst set
confident.
I've ever seen.
What's the term for those? They were There's a word for that.
Sagibademois?
No, they call them something. Gopher tits, because when you take off your shirt, they go for the floor.
From Minnesota.
Minnesota.
We're just getting banned from the.
Ron White used to always say, you seen one, you want to see them all. So
yeah, why not? I'll take a look. What about our poll question? You got that?
Oh yeah, our poll question tonight is who will be top 5 in their sports or best in their sports in 5 years. I have a couple on mine. Matt Hoppenstad said I'm gonna 3 sports: MLB, NBA, NFL. Wander Franco, Giannis, and Trey Lance. Sean also said Juan Soto, Joe Burrow, and John Morant. That's all I got though. You got anything, Willie?
I got 2, but let me find it first.
Well, go ahead. Ed, you start off.
I mean, if we were going baseball, I'll throw out a few real quick. It's going to be, Wander Franco again, Juan Soto, Tatis. I mean, I don't see Vlad Guerrero being there. He's too big of a guy. He doesn't really have a position.
Prince Fielder syndrome.
Yeah, I mean, he's good. Don't get me wrong. Yeah. I'm trying to think of who else right off the top of my head. Mike Trout still might be one of the best. Who knows? Yeah. So
how about NFL?
NFL, well, Joe Burrow.
And how about NBA?
It might still be Aaron Rodgers by that time. Who knows? No, I doubt it.
How about NBA?
NBA. Oh, we were talking about this before the show, and the NBA is the toughest one because guys come out of nowhere. You got an 18-year-old in college like John Morant again.
Yeah.
Geez, that's a tough. How old's Giannis? 28, 27?
26 or 7. No.
I'm going to still.
No, he's 26 or 27.
Is he 26?
Yeah.
I'm going to go with him.
Giannis.
It's a good pick. I mean, he's been the best for the last 5 years.
How about you, my friend?
NBA, I still have Giannis, but I like Morant a lot.
Giannis is 31, by the way.
Ooh. No, he's not 31, Giannis.
No. I just looked it up.
He's in his 20s.
It says 31's here. It says right here.
Holy cow, has he been in the league that long?
No, he's not
way,
31.
No way.
His Cuban birth certificate finally came back.
He's like
Greek.
25. He's seriously like 25.
Is he really 31, it says?
31.
No, he's not.
That's his brother.
It says right there.
Is that Giannis or the other one?
Giannis.
Golf, India, Alpha, November, India, Sierra, Space.
He's 27 years old.
Why does it say 31? That's weird.
Oh, he's on
6'11", 7'3" wingspan, 242.
You know what?
It's probably in 5 years.
Maybe you're
You might have a good point. Is he might be a lot older?
Yeah, he'd be 31 by
He's
then.
27.
Right, that's probably.
So that's a good point. Looking up his age for then, he's gonna be 31. Then will he be?
Yeah.
31. I mean, Kevin Durant's 32, 33.
But Kevin Durant's a great jump shooter.
But Giannis is getting better.
Giannis will be 7'5"
I'm just saying,
by then.
Giannis is getting better.
He's still growing.
He'll shrink.
He has not peaked yet.
Yeah.
I say it's Giannis. I like Morant a lot. NBA. Baseball I don't know enough about, so I'll just take a stab in the dark, say Ohtani. I like Joe Burrow a lot. I also like, if he can come back from his injury, Chase Young. And you said I couldn't do it, but I'm going to do it anyway. Golf. Colin Morikawa is going to be the best golfer in the world in 5 years. He's almost already there, and I just think that he's got the potential to win 8-9 majors. Probably.
Did you see his girlfriend at the Ryder Cup? I think we talked about
I'd
this.
No, I'd like to though.
Oh, she's legit.
Is she?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and he's a.
She was standing right next to me.
Then she moved when he farted.
He's definitely a stud.
Glenn, you got anything? Oh, I'm sorry. You done?
No, I'm done. I mean, I wanted to hear if these two guys have any idea about hockey, because I've been watching a little hockey lately. Because I love the fact that hockey's more televised this year. You get TNT's got hockey.
ESPN.
I just heard
TNT.
Who's the young Red Wings guy? I can't think of his name right offhand. I just read a
Adam
thing.
Guidelock, if you're listening, tell me who it is.
They said he's got to be. He might still be in the minors or whatever. Or they said he might be in a couple years. He might be the new young guy. And I can't think of his name right offhand.
Yeah, I mean it's fun to watch if you could get it.
I'm trying to think. I mean, still, it's still the
right,
same
you like
guys
watching
in hockey.
a little bit, right? You like watching hockey?
Yeah, I watch. Yeah, playoff hockey is way better.
Yeah, playoff.
Absolutely, but yeah, it's just kind of Friday night, Saturday night, watch some hockey. Glenn, what do you got?
So
Abreu?
football, no, I like Chase in football, but Justin Jefferson. I mean, the kid's pretty hot.
Yeah, that's a good pick.
Baseball. Did we say Acuna? I mean,
Oh no, nobody said Acuna.
Good call.
Yeah,
Acuna's a good call.
But
Yeah.
also For me, the homer pick, Luis Roberts. I mean, guy's got potential.
I like that. That's a good call too.
Yeah. And then for basketball, I'm not a big basketball fan, but I mean, what about Doncic? He'll be 27 in 5 years.
Oh.
Prime.
I was thinking about
Another
that.
guy had traded yesterday.
Jokic too. Jokic is not that old either.
He's
Good call.
I like all those. I mean, all those. Guys
all those European guys.
I think the NBA is.
Where do they have Giannis on that list?
Number 1.
They still have him at number 1.
It's 1, then Doncic 2, and then
I don't think I mean
Zion 3, but and then
but if Zion comes back and get healthy, he may be. You never know.
He works hard.
He shed about 20 pounds, and
but for guys like that, that shed 20 pounds, they can do it in 2 months and right workout. And they get fed.
They
get fed exactly the right food and all
that.
He
likes that crawfish, man.
Well,
because he needs to eat, but he needs to
eat right, and he can afford to eat right. He can afford a chef.
Yeah. You might be right.
If we could all afford chefs,
but he's living in New Orleans.
He
needs to get out of New Orleans.
We could all throw money.
It's hard to mix in a salad in New Orleans
with a beignet salad.
Oh my gosh, a po' boy and.
But I'm a big fan of beignets. I think they're overrated.
Crawfish.
But I'll still eat them.
Shrimp. I'd rather take
shrimp and
grits.
Cyclops.
Beignet.
You want? We have a bidet or a Cyclops?
Beignet.
There's nothing. Beignet. That's nothing.
O&H Kringle.
Okay, so Willie, who's yours?
I went with Juan Soto.
Yeah, I like it.
Yep. I went to Chet Holmgren. He's a freshman this year, but who the hell knows this guy from Gonzaga?
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
That's what I was looking for. Somebody like that.
Just kind of going out there, and then Joe Burrow's the easy one on here, so I just stuck with him on that. But
yeah, he's pretty easy.
But you could go with his wide receiver too.
Chase.
Yep.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yep. I was trying to think of a running back, but yeah.
The only one I can think of is.
Well, everybody's gonna say Taylor, but
how about this? If because his rookie this year, Najee Harris.
That's a good one,
right? Najee.
If they right the ship or he gets on the right team and they
get a line in front of him.
He had a ton of receptions.
The trend is these running backs just fade out quick.
Yeah, well, that's what you're
saying.
saying.
Fade out within like 3 or 4 years. They don't even get to that 5 years.
Yeah.
Taylor's already
already
been old back.
Yeah, you're right. That's what I was going to say.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's going to be somebody like Dobbins or some guy that who's the guy? ATN
Swift.
One of those guys. Swift.
ATN
One of those guys we don't really talk about.
It's gonna be some guy in college
hopefully
probably right now.
Hopefully it's Swift. I got him on.
Yeah, I had a couple people.
I have his autographed jersey. So.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Nice.
So Bob Pettit said, Glenn Hanneman for hockey. No, just kidding. He said John Morant for NBA, and he had Trey Lance for the NFL and Wander Franco. And who else did I have? Oh, Christian Javier, John Morant, NBA, Luis Robert, MLB, and Joe Burrow, NFL. And he said, because I will add that there's a lot of young wide receiver talent. They get the short end of the stick based on quarterback and offensive line strength. He makes a good point.
Mm-hmm.
So,
in 5 years, the best NBA player will be Michael Jordan still. No, I'm just kidding. Tom Brady in football. No, so basketball, I'm going to go with John Morant, but I'm also kind of a fan of the Murray kid. Let's see what happens in the next couple of years. The kid that was hurt last year came back this year.
Jamal Murray?
No, Javante Murray, I think.
Oh, yeah, Javante. Yeah. Okay, yeah.
Big fan of his. For football, I'm going to go the other route. We didn't think about this guy, Justin Herbert.
Ooh. Yeah, I did think about it. But.
Justin Herbert hasn't had that chance to be. He hasn't got.
Good
well,
point.
when he has Devontae Adams next year, he'll be fine.
Well, and he's got. I mean, yeah, you never know.
Yeah, that's a landing spot.
They're
for
a good
Devontae.
team. They're solid, so I like him. And for Major League Baseball, I lean toward Juan Soto. Those easy guys. I mean,
Tatis.
I'm trying to think of a pitcher, but pitchers are so hard to forecast out like that. You're not gonna. It's hard
Bieber.
to pick. But it's hard to pick that Max Scherzer, Clayton Kershaw that's going to be like 7, 8, 9 years where they're just going to pound and beat Greg Maddux. It's hard. Baseball's so different now because they don't give them time, and any little tweak, they got to have surgery and be done for a year, and the other guys will just pitch through it. Now
is it going to be Walker Buehler? Is it going to be?
Yeah, Bueller's a good one. Yeah,
I mean Grayson Rodriguez is coming up through the minors. He's supposed to be the next big thing, but we'll see. You know, it never works out in baseball. Very rarely, especially a pitcher.
It's easier to pick a position player than it is to pick
Position players are pretty easy to, you know who's who.
Yeah, all the guys we named will probably be top 10 in 5 years.
When's the last?
Probably.
Right. When's the last pitcher you remember? And as Cub fans, we remember this is a guy like Mark Pryor coming out where you're like, he's in college, he can fucking get guys out, and he did. I went to his first game, and he was lights out then. You know, he was that good. Who?
Yeah, Sale.
Sale's another one. Yeah, I mean Archer came out kind of with the same.
Archer, but
pedigree.
Archer has lost it.
But
yeah.
he last another Cubs player.
Yeah.
And
So
he-
yeah. So
and he didn't really.
Pitchers are hard to pick though.
Yeah, they don't last long. I mean, for every DeGrom or Scherzer, and Scherzer, it took him a while. He was with Detroit. He was with Arizona. You know, he moved around a little bit before he found what he was doing.
Jeff says congratulations on the 100th. Maybe we should go to Vegas to celebrate.
That's a good idea.
We are going. We are.
March 26th.
You can come. I'm leaving. I got my flight March 25th. I'm leaving. Come back the 29th, 8th.
Yeah, something like that.
Tuesday.
And I can stay. I can stay with you.
You got busy like
We'll make room.
I
We'll
won't
figure it out.
sleep.
10 days,
I won't
Scott.
even sleep.
Yeah, that's fine. Huh?
Scott, you have a busy 10
penetrating
days.
me.
Yeah, I am. I'm going to state bowling. Then I got Bon Jovi.
Bon Jovi.
Yeah, I got Vegas and then
Glenn- is
fishing
Glenn going?
trip and then state.
Yeah.
Back to back to back.
Yeah.
That's why I'm not going to Bon Jovi.
Look at
Go
you.
to Bon Jovi with us.
He's not worth $150 to me.
You
Maybe.
I thought you had to work.
I'm working on it.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah. Be a fun night.
Depends
Go to
on
the
if
brewer-
Little Man Logan's free.
Oh,
Right.
Little Man
We'll
Logan's
talk
always-
off air.
Okay, off air.
Is it closing statements yet?
Did you lose
we
your
still
job
have-
already again?
Now that what's his name?
We still have
Steve.
dad jokes to go. For Christ's
dad
sake.
jokes.
Oh,
Go ahead,
yeah, I got some.
Oh, we gotta
Dad
wait.
jokes.
Hold on. Let's real quick. I just want to go over before why he's out of here. The top 25 for we talked about top 10 for basketball. Yeah, Gonzaga, Arizona, Baylor, Duke, Auburn, Kansas, Kentucky, Purdue, Providence, and Wisconsin around the top 10 for basketball. We got March Madness coming up in the next few weeks. That'll be fun to watch. It'll be interesting, good time. So where to go? That Kyler Murray sent a statement out today. He loves the Cardinals, wants to stay, just wants a long-term deal. That was his deal. It's pretty incredible. This guy has 2 years left in his deal, I believe.
Right, he does have 2 years.
So I do not see them budging one bit until he can prove he can win
And
the last 6-7 games of the season.
The best Twitter responses I saw to that, they said, I'm not going to read it. So either good luck in what you're doing or hope everything's going well.
Yeah.
But now Russell Wilson's doing the same thing. He deleted Seattle from all of his feeds.
Well, Russell's different. He's getting traded. There's no way they're keeping him. I can't believe Pete Carroll hasn't retired or quit. I can't believe because without Russell Wilson, they have no chance, and they weren't very good last year.
He's going to go do that 1-2 step with Sierra.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see. There's a lot of places they've been talking. It'd be interesting where he ends up. That'd be cool.
One guy got that.
No, I'm reading dad.
I have no idea what that meant even.
I'm reading dad jokes. Sorry.
Yeah, no,
I didn't hear a single word you said, Glenn.
I don't know her songs, so sorry.
You're missing out.
She's
like,
great. I love her just like
she was
Dua. I love her almost
the
as much as
milkshake
Dua
song,
Lipa.
All the boys in the yard. Was that?
That commercial. I heard that
All the
commercial.
boys come to yard for Eric's milkshake IPA.
Yeah.
That's right.
Again, another Eric reference. God, I like it.
When he
Yeah,
was
baby.
Hey, you're staying relevant.
he's the cousin Oliver of the show.
As long as you stay relevant.
I was going to say you're the frickin' Kimmy Gibbler.
Ooh. Yeah.
What is
Look at you
Scott? What
differently
is Scott?
now.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Come on, keep going with
Let's
this.
get it on.
Where's Scott?
Oh, let's do dad jokes. Go ahead, Willie.
Dad jokes. We're going to start with some dad jokes. Here we go. Let me find it here. Do you know, this is for Ed. Do you know how a non-binary samurai kills people?
They, them? I don't know.
Bit by bit.
They/them.
Ah!
I love it. You got it.
Depends how the crowd reacts. I got another one. I got another one for the poor react. Go ahead, Eric. Tell a joke. If it's good, you'll find out if it's good or bad.
A friend asked what parenting toddlers is like. So I hit her keys, headbutted her in the face, and then I told her I loved her more than the stars. That's what I thought.
That's all I got. That was pretty funny though.
Wait,
I don't laugh because I want to use critic.
Willie's next one's getting a dolphin.
Bucks won, 130, 106.
I think you want to participate? No? All right. So, did you know that Old McDonald got a promotion? He's now CIEIO. What? Ed laughed.
I laughed. I had 10 Jello shots.
So
anything's funny.
My wife beamed at me with pride and said, "Wow, I never thought our son would go that far." I said, "This catapult is amazing. Go get our daughter."
Yeah. All right, I got one now.
Go ahead.
So I got carded at the liquor store. My Blockbuster card accidentally fell out. The cashier said, "Never mind."
Hey,
that's a good one.
What do you call a horny square?
Horny square. I don't know.
An E rectangle. What? That's awesome.
An E rectangle?
You guys,
E rectangle.
You guys know that I'm terrified of elevators.
I do know that.
I'm going to start taking steps to avoid them.
You like that one? That was terrible.
You guys laughed.
I've been laughing at everything.
I know you are.
Hey, I got one for you. Why didn't the toilet paper make it across the street?
Doesn't roll that way.
I don't know.
Ready? It got stuck in the crack.
Scott's not even listening anymore. It's so bad.
Do you want me to say it slower?
Yeah.
When two vegans get in a fight, is it still called a beef?
Like it. I like it.
Hey, you know the man who invented Velcro died. Rip.
R.I.P.
You gotta say
You didn't sell it, Willie.
It's Willie not selling the jokes. That's what it is.
Okay, I want to know.
Here's a good one.
You
My
still
dad,
like
dad-
it. You
dad
still
joke.
like it.
It's political.
From your dad?
Is this from your dad?
Yeah, it's political.
Oh,
So
we don't like politics here.
you all still riding with Biden? Nah, y'all walking. You ain't got no gas money.
I like that one. You guys, how do you follow Will Smith in the snow? You follow his Fresh Prince.
What did Jay-Z call his wife before they got married?
Jay-Z's wife, before they got married? I don't know.
Fiancé.
I don't get it.
Beyonce.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, I don't even know who his wife is.
I'll give you that one.
You should have told me who his wife was.
Okay, another political joke. There wouldn't be grocery store shortages right now if we ate our vegetables instead of electing them. Wow.
That deserves a Jordan laugh.
I don't have one of this. How about that dolphin?
There you go.
Dolphin's laughing. He thinks it's funny.
Okay.
All right, enough already.
Wow.
I know you guys will all picture Willie.
That dolphin, you know what? I'm going to put him in as the character that ruined that show. All I want to do is look at Jessica
call
Alba
him
when she was
Flipper.
like 16
Flipper.
in her swimsuit. That dolphin ruined it for me.
I know you guys are going to picture Willie when I tell this joke, but a skeleton walks into a bar and says, "Hey, bartender, I'll have one beer and a mop."
Crickets.
Because it goes right through
It
him.
just goes right through him, yeah.
Hey, I don't know if you guys knew this, but my father has schizophrenia, but he's good people.
That's awesome.
You got both. Sorry.
These good cricket people.
Good. Look for my dad jokes. He don't have any this week.
All right.
A lot of Ukrainian stuff on it.
Hey, Ed, where's the flag?
Ukrainian flag?
I thought you cut one.
I didn't hear you. What'd you say?
What? A flag?
You posted that.
Yeah.
Did I?
Yeah.
I don't remember what I post a lot of shit.
What do you call a man who can't stand?
Eileen?
I don't know.
Eileen. No, that's a
Neil.
woman.
Neil. Oh, which one are you, Neil or Bob, or is that just what you do? Oh.
Yeah, I'm getting back to the old jokes.
You know, the other day I got carded at a liquor store, but my Blockbuster card accidentally fell out. The cashier said, "Never mind."
I think I heard that.
He just told that.
No shit. I didn't even know Glenn was here. Are you serious?
That's a wrap.
When did you tell that?
No.
I was already laughing.
A minute ago, I thought you were being funny.
I didn't know Glenn was here.
I was already laughing.
Hey, all right, I got the
Hey, did you guys know that there's a Jamaican bobsled team?
Hey, you know what? We got new sweatshirts.
I never heard him say that.
What do you call a guy with no legs or one leg?
Eileen.
Who can't stand.
Did we give any sweatshirts away tonight?
Yeah, I'll get him out.
I thought he was being funny. I started laughing, and then he just kept going. I was like, oh, my God, he's Willie now.
All right, so I got one last one here for you.
I hope so.
You shouldn't drink from the same cup.
Or from the...
Ready? What does a robot
Tap.
do after sex?
A data dump.
How about I don't know.
He nuts and bolts.
I like that. I enjoyed that one. And I've got
Let's stop on that one. Let's stop on that
So
one.
what else we got tonight? So I just want to talk. So we talked about earlier, and this obviously before I get funny, before you leave out of here, try to be funny. So we're talking about what do you call it? Give me one of those two, but don't throw it. Grow up.
Well, he's got to catch it. He didn't want to catch it.
I got to drive 17 hours.
So we're talking about earlier Russia.
You have a kid.
See, I framed that, too.
They're banning them from.
Oh my gosh, they're getting thought.
They're banning from FIFA and all that, and
IOC,
getting rid of them. And I get it. I understand why, but let's ponder this question. But we just had the Olympics in China.
That's why I didn't watch it.
Yeah,
I protested myself.
And people think I'm nuts. Oh, that's not. It's the same
worse.
concept. It's just as bad, if not worse. This is insane. We're crazy.
I actually just watched a show on Netflix, and it was about. It's called Rotten. It's about food stuff. I was telling you guys earlier, and they had one on wine. And China started this whole wine thing up by the Gobi Desert, where they couldn't grow anything, but they brought in water and all it. And the first thing they bring in the minority Muslim people to pick the grapes. And they're like interviewing her, and she's like, "Oh, I don't like this when I started, but I really like it now." And it's like, yeah, 'cause there's a guy with a gun right behind you. And it's like, what the hell? But this was like from 2018 or something.
Benchwarmers hot seat.
I'm on the hot seat?
She is.
Oh. But it was just hilarious. It's like, dude, we just went through this with China.
Yep.
And this was a show from a few years ago, so they were talking about how they had essentially slaves that were forced to do this, and everybody's just like, "Oh yeah, it's good."
Yeah, it's the Uyghurs.
Yeah, they didn't call them Uyghurs because I actually looked it up, but that's what it was. Yeah, I mean,
I don't know.
But yet we're gonna protest Russia for taking,
Which is fine. I
can't
say it's wrong or it's wrong and it's right, but we're not buying vodka. Well, then you shouldn't buy anything on shelf that's made in China. If you're listening to me right now and you don't understand what I'm saying, then you have no right to talk about anything because you don't get what's going on in this world. You really don't.
Well,
you don't get it.
If you're listening to us right now, you're listening on Chinese-made stuff.
It's kind of an end of the bench type thing. But the thing that bothers me is that before Olympics start, Nancy Pelosi started on her platform told all of our athletes don't go to China and talk about what's going on with their people and what's going on because you're visitors to their country. Where was Colin Kaepernick and all these people to stand up and say bullshit? Say what you got to say when you're over there.
Right.
Where were I'm just asking. Mm-hmm. It says these are all. There's people over there being, it's just insane to me. Insane.
Well, and let's just wait for the whole story to come out at Ukraine because we're not hearing both sides, or we're not even hearing one side. I don't think.
So Ed, what should we be watching?
For what?
What shouldn't we be watching? Because you
everything. No, you shouldn't be watching anything
except Facebook Live for the benchwarmers.
You should be watching the benchwarmers. You should be watching, maybe some golf.
Yeah, golf. Wow. Not the Saudi league, though.
I wouldn't trust any news organization right now.
Let's go. You know what? I want to go back to something here. Yeah. I'm sorry.
Like you wouldn't come to us for news like Joe Rogan. Now, Joe Rogan's a news source, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But don't come to us and say, hey, we.
So we had a few of these, but I have one on here that we got to play, I think. It might be a couple minutes, but whatever. It's fun to listen to. Let's go back to some of Willie's highlights.
Oh, nice.
Hey, I'm one of the essential people. I still have to work, so I go to work every day, but when I come home, I got this dog. I take it out for a walk, watch it pee, watch it poop, and then throw the ball for her. So that's all I got going for these coronavirus, COVID-19. Slapshot. And you thought the best hockey movie ever was Miracle.
Booty, 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 booty.
What's going on? Play my favorite song there, man. 139 times, Booty.
Willie obviously is back and healthy. Thank you for that. Ed,
okay, I'm back. I missed out on the rodeo too because I could see Eric walk around in his assless chaps. It was great. I didn't know what you guys were talking about, but it was great. What the hell are we doing and where am I?
Look at that booty. Show me the...
Good, but every time I hear this song, I get goosebumps. I'm telling you. This thing is so juicy. It's so good. Eric, you'd love this thing.
I'm upright and I'm here. My closing thought is I'm ready for another beer. I survived another week. I'm here.
Go to Willie. Start us up.
I missed that one. That tapioca, I'm telling you what, I have never had anything better in my life.
Oh God, good time. I gotta play everybody else's too. I have them all on here. We gotta play them all for the 100th show. You gotta play them. We're
Why don't we
over.
just go 3 hours now?
Who cares, man? At this point, nobody's fucking listening anyway.
There's 2 people listening.
Oh, sorry about the language then for the 2 people listening. So let's go find who would it be? Ed. Ed would be next.
Don't do this.
Ed's. Eric. We'll do Eric's first.
Because
20.
nowadays, since we started this, I'm gonna get banned from whatever it is.
We'll do Eric's first. Let's do Eric's and see if we can hear it.
Well, I like Willie, and I dislike Ed because I love the guy, the Greek freak. Well, I'm disappointed because I missed out on the rodeo. Well, I'll stay away from the Packers. I'm good. I just baked some oatmeal raisin cookies, and I'm having those with my beer of the week. Greatest non-human athlete ever, Secretariat, won the Triple Crown. So huge. No, so the Kentucky Derby was supposed to be on Saturday. I love horse racing. Great. I didn't realize that was the jitterbug. I thought maybe there'd be a reference to Secretariat instead.
We're going to get banned now.
Well, Brett is one of those guys that he's innocent. He had no idea. This is Brett. I mean, come on. Well, this Brett Favre guy, he's a gunslinger, does no wrong. I got to say, I just, man, he's a gunslinger. I was thinking about Jen Sturger. And I was a Lance Armstrong fan. Just hanging here with sitting on Lance's lap. Hello.
Back in 1776, we said, fuck the redcoats, let's get them the hell out of our country. And this is how I think we all feel about, whether you're on one side or the other of the political views of this. I think everybody could clearly say, fuck COVID, get the hell out of our country.
What happened? I blacked out.
My steak still has the marks where the jockey was hitting it.
Secretary.
So that was Eric. So let's find Ed's now. Ed's are always entertaining. Here's Ed.
Elmer Fudd.
Well, I've been really busy. I'm going to tell you. I've been piling up piles of toilet paper in my front window here just to show off my extreme wealth. How awesome is Brady going to look with a tan?
Yeah, it's going to be some child molesting song, I'm guessing. I agree with what you just said because I'd love to play catch with a lot of people's kids right now.
Getting some stuff done today. I started my memoirs. Yeah, so I started, I was born and then I shot an 8-point buck when I was 11 and I hit a home run in a Little League Championship game. That's where I'm at right now. And you know what? And speaking of athletes that are full of shit, now that I'm on the subject, I don't even know where this came from. I was going to stop there, but you know what? Where's Kaepernick been in all this coronavirus pandemic stuff? I didn't see no big afro walking around in the back of an NBC broadcast passing out food to, poor people. I need the Altuve suppository. Rumor has it, Jeffrey Dahmer washed down his last victim with, you guessed it, a brandy old-fashioned, the drink of Wisconsin. I don't agree with everything Dahmer did, but, come on. I am going with a different drink next week because I didn't get drunk enough on these old-fashions. I actually changed it up a little this week, and I'm going with Screwball Peanut Butter Whiskey. This stuff's delicious. Have you guys tried this stuff? Jesus
Very good.
Christ, the dogs are all... Get away! Get away! I don't know. My dogs get frisky when I start drinking the peanut butter whiskey. Yeah, if I want to eat some, fancy vegetables and crap like that, I'll call Aaron Rodgers. But otherwise, I'm hanging out with Cutler. Cutler's with me. I'm well, but I wasn't there when Miley wrote that. She was already 18 at that point. My second trip to the USS Arizona here, and I prefer the time on the poop deck. Well, long snapper. That's like being the smartest guy at shenanigans. Gaining some hair, I think, on top. You don't want to upset Ray Lewis. Guys, I hate to brag, but this weekend, I dominated my first-round matchup at the Jeffrey Epstein Tickle Fight Invitational.
Nice. Oh, wow.
And my opponent's prepubescent hands were no match for these weathered claws that I have. But next week, I'm matching up against Prince Andrew, so that could be a barn burner. Yeah, I'd like everybody to pray for me because my second-round matchup against Prince Andrew this week in the Tickle Fight, I'm going to need it. I heard he's got a good grip. I was over at Little League Park, actually. They had a big tournament going on. I don't have any kids. You guys know that. I just like to cruise Little League Park.
Yeah, it was very good. Lots of sweating. I'm going a little bit off the charts here, which is strange because I'm usually so focused. But I hope I don't take Eric's answer. But what is sexier than horseback riding? Even the terminology drips with sexual innuendo. In what other sport can a young lady wearing chaps get a leg up and mount an Arabian stallion bareback? I can't even hold it together. During a pole bending event. Then, after breaking in the thoroughbred with some endurance riding, she can dismount if his mouth is too soft to make it through the pleasure event. Those are all terms, I swear. I found a frog in my pond. I'm going Pornhub on this one. I want to get serious here for a second. Eric said something really important earlier about just watching sports for the actual, the show. Yeah, don't worry about these guys' lives and everything else. And I'm going to take that to another level with Jeffrey Epstein. I'm not a fan of the guy and what he's done, but I think I'm going to watch all the videos. Well, I wring out all my underwear from the week after all that hot weather. Can't even see the food because I'm kneeling and I can't see on the top of the table.
So that was the best of these guys.
I don't even
What
remember.
about yourself there?
I don't have any.
Whoever that was.
Come on.
Somebody did a
Me
great
and Glenn are
impression.
losers. We don't have anything, me and Glenn.
I do have one more dad joke.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Oh my gosh.
What did Ken say to his mistress Keeley when his wife Lorraine died?
Ken?
I don't know. There's
Ken doll?
There's a lot there.
I can see Keeley now.
Lorraine
Lorraine
is
has gone.
Thank you, Scott.
There was a lot of moving parts in that
That was
joke.
a great end of the hunt of the show.
That was awesome. That was great. Want me to tell the other joke one more time?
No, Eric, tell his joke again. That was awesome.
I was joking.
Hey, what happened when you went to the liquor store?
So
My blood was the car fell out, and he didn't card me.
I went to the liquor store and they asked for my ID, but my Blockbuster card fell out, and I didn't even realize Glenn was here.
That's another character, not Roscoe, but his was Enos.
Roscoe Pico Train.
Yeah, Enos.
That's cool.
Enos didn't need to be on there.
Enos.
Yeah, they already had
Anus?
Roscoe.
Enos.
Enos?
Yeah. Cooter was on there.
Cooter and penis. That's a weird joke.
Cooter was a good. Those were good characters, though. Cooter was a good character. He had the garage.
I'm a big fan of Cooter.
I love Cooter.
You go in the front door of Cooters and out the back door's Enos.
Not Tyler Enos.
Hello.
What the hell?
Hello, Clarice.
Okay, closing thoughts. Let's get this
quickly.
Let's wrap up this.
Can't
100.
wait for 101.
Let's wrap up number 100.
I should tell a little story real quick.
Go
Just
ahead.
a short
You
story.
should.
Close it up.
My wife said only I can do this on special occasions, tell a story. So I was giving her a massage the other day. We're laying on the, just a massage. And all of a sudden Siri jumps in and she goes, I have some info for why your nipples hurt. So, I don't know why she was listening, but...
Did she quit her job to feed you too?
I don't know. It was really crazy all of a sudden. I know why your nipples hurt. Okay.
That's it?
Yeah, that was the whole story. And then it went downhill from there because I'm almost 50 now.
Did Siri cockblock you?
Yeah, Siri cockblocked me. It was just like all of a sudden, just like, I have information on why your nipples hurt.
Nice.
She must have been listening on our conversation is what the thing I'm thinking.
This is why I go with Alexa on date night.
Yeah. Alexa's a little more liberal.
More
progressive.
A little bit. So, I mean, I'm gonna get teary eyed. I think right now, especially looking at Willie. Not so much Glenn, but
Cousin Oliver.
100 episodes. I haven't been on 100 again.
Come on, Scrappy.
94 for me. 94.
Someone's keeping track. I
And
guess.
it's been great.
I have been too. Trust me.
It's been great.
Ratings killer.
I look forward to 101, but I'm not going to be there because I am going to be getting on the road tomorrow and going to Florida, so I will miss next Monday. So
Can't you can we call you?
You can call me if you want.
Call me maybe.
I'm going to bring some beer back from Amelia Island. There's a brewery there. I'm going to bring some beer back. So we'll.
You owe me $170 worth of beer, just so you know.
Yeah,
because that's how much
I
you
think
drank
if we
for
were
your
really
show.
keeping tabs on the beer,
You owe me $160.
Okay.
I'm just kidding.
Anywho, so
And a 6th round pick.
I'll get a 4th for a 7th. But it's been a pleasure, and I'm looking forward to the next 100.
Yep. Glenn, anything to say?
It's been fun again. See you at 200.
Great guy.
Great having you, Glenn.
I'm glad he tells good blockbuster jokes.
Oh, my God.
So next week when Eric's not here and we really tape episode 100, what are we going to talk about?
I'll let you guys know.
Okay, thanks.
Yep.
You could sit here and just talking to this beer-soaked microphone.
Just me and little man Logan.
And Jace. Where's he tonight?
Yeah, where's
What the hell?
Jace?
Where's
I don't know
or
where he went.
Culver's
He dipped
boy?
out. He got nice lights for us.
Yeah.
He's the sound
dipped out.
effects of the show.
He said he dipped out.
I swear to
Listen,
God,
Willie, with these terms.
I swear to God, I look like I'm 50 right now. Look at this.
Nah, you don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
You do look pretty dope.
Dope.
Rad.
Okay,
was that,
Scott. Honest Scott.
No, Willie. Willie's
Honest
got
Scott.
Willie's closing thoughts.
What the hell's going on? All right,
Yeah,
let's
leave
go.
it.
Jesus
at that.
Christ. I'm glad he isn't leading the invasion of Ukraine.
What are you trying to say?
He might be, actually.
I might have pooped my pants. I don't know.
Nope, sounds like our leader.
I was going to say his counterparts representing
tell
our
you,
country.
when he grows a beard like this, he'll be in.
Yeah, you'd be able to respect him a little more, I think, if he had a beard. I
We're
agree.
when are we shaving that? We're shaving that beer on the.
When's the last president we had that had a good beard?
Abe.
Stalin.
Grover
We're
Cleveland.
gonna, on the
Grant.
2-year anniversary show, which in a few weeks, we're going to shave Willie clean.
Are we really?
Beard and head and everything.
Eyebrows?
Can we do it?
No eyebrows.
No, not the eyebrows.
Are we talking about like
Everything.
Are we talking Manscaped?
No, just the head.
Manscaped?
Shave his head, everything. We're going to shave everything off.
Glenn got all
Yeah, but
like
you can't cut me,
sweaty
though.
for a second
Oh,
with
no.
the
Can't cut.
Manscaped.
I'll just use a straight razor. Won't be very sharp.
I'll bring the clippers.
Single blade razor.
If we're gonna do this,
1/8 inch.
we should do a lightning bolt in the Manscaped
1/8 inch.
too.
Stop talking about Ed.
1/8 inch.
He says,
Yeah.
"Yeah."
It's cold in here.
Scott, finish up.
No, he's got some closing thoughts.
I did.
He's trying, man.
I guess
He's
you're
hurt.
shaving my back.
I want Scott to close this up.
I'm going to. Thank you guys. 100 episodes. That's almost 2 years, right?
I do remember when you talked to us about this. We're like going
52
bullshit.
times 2.
You remember, Ed?
Yeah, we just show up. I shit you not. We show up.
Show up, he
He's
goes,
like, check your put it on
mic
here,
up
and then
here.
just start talking and stuff.
we're just checking it out here. And we just were talking around. He goes, hey, there's a show.
Because that was 45 minutes.
Well, for 5 weeks, he was texting me, too. He's like, dude, you got to come on. I'm like, no, dude, I'm making lasagna. I was busy.
It was crazy,
And I'm
though,
like,
because
there's that COVID
busy
thing going
mowing the
on.
lawn.
he's like, Ed, say the name of the podcast. I didn't even know. I'm like, Basement Benchwarmers Podcast Show. That's good enough, take. That's the one. That's the only one.
Hey, efficiency, you know.
I would have gave it a little more if I'd have known it was going to last.
It sounded
this long.
awesome. It sounded awesome, though. It sounded great.
It's kind of like, when, like I always say, if I would have took better care of myself, I'd have known I was going to live this long. It's kind of like with the show. I would have tried harder at the beginning.
Yeah, well, hey, you learned.
Yeah.
Hey.
I think this is officially our longest episode ever.
Oh, yeah.
We had to break a record doing 100.
So I like to thank you guys. I like to thank all the people that have joined us. Hegs tonight. Michael Roach joins us. They've joined us before. Hop, who joins periodically for baseball. Adam, who joined us for hockey in the past, who can join us again hopefully soon. We've had many people on. Jace, who's here once in a while. Glenn, who stops in once in a while. Thanks to all the people that have been part of the show. Thank got to thank our wives for letting us do this, obviously, and our kids and everything, that we make time to do this. And it's kind of just basically become it basically is something for us to hang out, have a beer, and talk sports. That's what we do. And I thank Eric, Ed, and Willie for that. It's been a great 2 years. Hopefully we can do this for another 100 shows, and Glenn will stop by then, another 100 shows. But once again, for number 100, we are the Basement Benchwarmers podcast, and we'll see you for 101.
I hate goodbye.
I hate goodbyes.
Sorry, folks, park's closed.
What happened? I blacked out.
Because we did something today that no one thought we could do, including us. So we're going out, we're celebrating, and we're going to rub it in this city's face.
I swear I've seen a lot of stuff in my life, but that was awesome. Bye, Felicia.
Kids, there's Big Ben and there's Parliament.
I'd give them more buys and highs.
Every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end.
Yeah, baby. That's what she said.